Oh boy. To do so is to invoke the wrath of Sithis motherfucker. One of you knows what that means, and that's straight up what sparked this fucking shit pile. Now, before we really turn on the blender to full power here and watch Europe turn into fucking a bloody mess of fucking rubble and brimstone. Oh, it's all, yeah, the whole continent, or whatever the hell it is, fucking city-state, oh man, this whole thing is gonna get turned into a fucking junk pile. It's gonna look worse than your fucking trailer trash front yard at the trailer park, like, straight up. That's gonna look like fucking, I don't even know, man. That's gonna be like the, what the fuck do they call it, the Louvre? Yeah, it's gonna be like an art exhibit at the Louvre after this. This wasn't in my notes, but you might already catch on to this. You've probably heard that saying where it's like, you know, there's no winners, there's only losers. It's like, you know, I wouldn't say that's always the case all the time. That's kind of like all the shit all the time, where you start with that philosophy and then steer it toward a more logical direction. I'm gonna say most people lost. Couple people, you know, States and Canada and Russia, or yeah, maybe not Russia, but you know what I'm saying. Guys on the outside, yeah, didn't take as much shit as the guys in the eye of the hurricane, right? No, straight up, this is the thing, though. Yeah. People who happen to be, you know, far enough away, fucking fighting the Alamo with the Dutch King of Spain or some shit, no. For everyone clumped together in the middle here, yeah. I mean, you know, the Allies won, right? Yeah, all this shit still got destroyed in the end, so that's really gonna make you question what it means to win or lose. So yeah, I mean, which way do the dominoes fall from here, right? Yeah, it's straight up a bunch of dominoes about to pile over. Before we fucking kick all the dominoes over, and yeah, I just want to quickly clarify, you know, the real motives at hand here. Might have seemed a little careless for me to hire fucking Sithis fucking, what the fuck, you know, Lucian LeChance straight up from the crypt of fucking dark-hand Serbian assassin motherfuckers. Hey, you know, it's like Superman, you gotta do what you gotta do. No, this is the thing. Clearly we were, you know, still somewhat hypothetical, but in a state of desperation like this, yeah, right, and you're probably thinking, you know, there must have been some indication, right? Or am I just getting paranoid? Maybe a little bit of both. On one hand, the Queen of England is still, not only owns most of the planet and has a fleet of fucking Star Destroyer battle cruisers, like fucking monitor dreadnoughts with rockets and missiles and Scud Storm fucking launchers, right? Fucking goddamn galactic fucking Death Witch. Yeah, no, this bitch is crazy. Yeah. What I'm saying is, yeah, you might think, oh, she kind of faltered a bit, didn't she? Yeah, that means she's more dangerous than ever. You know, when she's confident and distracted on an opium binge somewhere in the Dutch Indies, yeah, no, now she's paranoid, sketchy, edgy, tweaking out, calling everyone, tweaking on her vagina, fucking beep, 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 like fucking, yeah, you best believe everyone's getting the beep, beep, beep messages about her cunt flap or some shit. Yeah, and when cornered rats, no, this is like a cornered fucking Montezuma deathbird, or, you know, fucking, what do they call it, the Raiden Thunderbird thing, Quetzalcoatl, like, yeah, no, man, this is a fucking straight up, like, nuclear dragon ready to fucking implode on itself. Yeah, I don't doubt she was spewing out fucking Facebook invites to anyone who would fucking, you know, getting desperate kind of thing. I'm damn sure she was spewing this shit out to the States as well. Fucking Mr. H.P. Lovecraft, Woodrow Wilson, I don't care who the fuck, whichever one can get an army here to help. Yeah, oh, please, the Queen desperately needs your help. She probably put on, fuck, I'm sure she's a good actor. I'm sure she has a fucking studio of actors who can pretend anything she wants, you know what I'm saying? I don't doubt 20 different people called him every other day with 30 different stories about this shit until he finally felt like he had to help them, you know what I'm saying? Might sound like more speculation than I'd usually go for, but remember, I know you probably, there ain't no cell phones, bud, there ain't even a fucking landline, you got beep, 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 beep. That's how you call England, remember? Yeah, we're still, yeah, so no one else can really do this. Maybe the Spanish Francisco Franco in the Alamo, yeah, no. Basically, no one else can call them. They got this vague, you know, mutual misunderstanding of the fact that, oh, you know, if France really needs help, they can tell Britain, and Britain can beep, 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 beep. Or Britain can beep, 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 pretending to be Russia, or fucking anything, dude. Yeah, no. Straight up. That is the one line of communication to the States, and that is... It's like your whole Facebook feed's coming from one crazy bitch with 20 Facebook accounts, and yeah, he didn't quite... Yeah, I'm sure he fell for it. How that sounds, too, but, you know, I'm sure she's good enough at bullshitting people like this that... Yeah, it's not like it's all bullshit. Yeah, no, this turns into a shitstorm pretty quickly. Yeah, this doesn't happen right away. I'm saying she's probably already started this little fucking whatever, you fucking Wizard of Oz nonsense to get the States to come in and help them. You know what I'm saying? Help the Darth Vader keep the Galactic Empire together. Yes, you know what I'm saying. Obviously, I don't know all the details. I'm just saying, yeah, that didn't happen immediately. But I don't doubt she's already thinking about it. She's already planning 50 different ways to fucking schmooze it up to the States and, you know, oh man, here's some whatever, dude, I'm sorry about the fucking invasion. Yeah, already fucking almost annihilated our country the second we declared independence. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Can you go kill a bunch of other people for me? Yeah, oh my god, I need more opium and crack and sex slaves and fucking everything. Oh my god, man. Yeah, you can see why I might be a little paranoid and living in Austria-Hungary here, because, yeah, we still have radios and stuff. It's not like I'd know all this shit, but the little things, I'd probably be more paranoid if I was actually back there at the time, because I would know less about it. I'd have to do a lot more speculating, and, oh my god, man, yeah, no. And so, yeah, no, you probably get it. It's one of those things where... The longer you wait, the less options you're going to have. Vinny's going to be down to his last option soon enough. Oh, yeah, at that point, you don't have much of a choice, right? We wanted to do something while we still had any choice. Yeah, it's like, well, what do we do? Yeah, right? We got to get rid of Franz Joseph, motherfucker. And here's the thing, too. It was quite specific when you realize how they conducted this assassination of the emperor. See, if you don't think this through, if you're just some bozo going, all right, let's assassinate the emperor. No, brah. Remember, we didn't assassinate the Emperor, we assassinated Master Huntsman, Lord of Ladies, fucking Duke of fucking, like, whatever, hardcore... This is like the jock douchebag who, like, has 20 football trophies. It's like, yeah, he's an annoying douchebag, but yeah, he'd probably kick your ass or shoot you first, or, yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's not a frail old Tsar of Russia. He's probably, like, he could probably go to the UFC or some shit. Like, he's basically that kind of guy. And, I mean, you know, you might get it by now. If not, just, you know, try to... Whatever, I'll explain it as best I can. See, if we did just go shoot the Emperor, frail old man Emperor, then straight up, you know what that means. Franz Ferdinand, Master Huntsman, Lord of Ladies, motherfucking 20 football trophies, UFC champion, motherfucker, is gonna be on the throne tomorrow. Yeah, we're trying to avoid that, right? Remember, he's the heir to the throne. As soon as the throne's empty, straight up motherfucker on the throne. So we need to deal with him before this crazy old, you know, fucking senile, blind, deaf man with the craziest hat ever made. Yeah, this guy's gonna walk into traffic and die very soon. The clock's a ticking. He's 1 foot in the grave. We can't wait too long. Or Master Huntsman, Lord of Ladies, fucking 20 football trophies master is gonna be on the throne. It's like, yeah, this clock is ticking on 4 different fronts. Either fucking Galactic Empire is gonna bust out a Death Star, the U.S. is gonna roll in here with John Wayne cowboy army of fucking U.S. cavalry, or fucking, yeah, there's a lot of different things that could go very wrong very quickly. So, top priority, get rid of the Master Huntsman, Lord of Ladies motherfucker, the heir to the throne that is a guy that we would have a much harder time dealing with. That's what the Serbian Death Hand Assassin Black Cult Sithis Lord motherfuckers were for. Prince, they got a picture of the motherfucker. It was in one of the documentaries. Yeah, the guy who started all this. Guy who killed the Lord of Ladies motherfucker. Oh, he shot him, you know, execution gangland style or some shit. Him and his wife, right? Straight up. Well, she wasn't a kid, man. No, she's a grown woman fucking hanging out with the Lord of Ladies Master Huntsman. She should have, yeah, right? You know, she's probably a tough broad or some shit, but no, this motherfucker shot both of them dead in public. Right? And it was the thing. That was priority 1. We gotta get that motherfucker out of the way. Then the frail old crazy Mr. Burns man with the weirdo hat. Yeah, now we can go push him down the stairs one day and it will, you know, it'll be a lot less. Then, yeah, right? Right, we're already getting ahead of ourselves. I think we already knew, like, we were bordering on negligence ourselves with this, but again, it's like, time's a wasting and options are dwindling, and we probably could have done something 10 years ago, or yeah, no, it's now or never, brah. And straight up, Odovaker knows what's up, and straight up, Italy does not. And you know what I'm saying? This is very common in Roman history. Yeah, I know you're sitting there thinking, well, Italy, yeah, Italy or Austria or motherfucking north or south of the Roman Empire. I'm just saying, this isn't the first time this has happened. Yeah, I told you about Alaric. That wasn't the first time this has happened either. This is like the clip show rerun of a Simpsons 100th episode or some shit. It's like, bro, do we have to go through this again? And he's like, well, yeah, motherfucker, yeah, one way or another, yeah, this fucking boot's not big enough for the both of us, bud. One of us is gonna have to fucking figure some shit out. Yeah, no, you get it. And I'm gonna try to, yeah, we're gonna get into what actually happened. I'm just, again, summarizing our motives at least. I don't know all their motives. You probably know what your motive would be living in Canada or the States. It's like, bro, let's go play some fucking Call of Duty. Yeah, right? No, here it's like, we gotta fucking kill this crazy, yeah, this is, tricky politics. And of course, don't forget, Spain is fucking offline at the moment. Yeah, there's some people there, and there's about to be a civil war there. Yeah, no. They're the least threatening, unless Francisco Franco happens to win quickly. Yeah, I know. I think even we could tell, I don't think their civil war had started yet, and even if it did, we knew it was going to take a while. Yeah, no. I don't think we were expecting that motherfucker anytime soon. Maybe when World War II rolled around, we're thinking in the back of our heads, oh, hey, Franco, yeah, now would be a good time to win that civil war years. No, it took him another 30 fucking... I don't even know if he was still alive by the time he won the regime. Yeah, oh my god, I know, fucking... If you ever wondered why Spain is such a fucking weird, you know, red-headed stepchild of Europe, that's why. They were never quite... They were always busy with some crazy shit, whether it's the Alamo or the Civil War or fucking Pan's Labyrinth. It's like, yeah, brah, I get it. Yeah, no, the guy dropped a little too much acid one day and we never fucking saw fucking, oh my god, Lorenzo, whatever, fucking some Spanish name. We never saw the motherfucker for a long time. Yeah, no, and I think you get our motive. We're halfway between panicking and looking for our best last option here, and fucking Nodovaker's thinking it too, like, but yeah, he does, like, this is the thing, you're probably thinking, well, yeah, in a perfect world, we could fucking drop a caveman nuke on the bitch of fucking Britain over there, the Queen's vagina, insert tactical nukes into the Queen's vagina. France is in the way, Russia's ready to chase us the other way with those Mongolian motherfuckers. Yeah, no, we got one chance to do this right, boys, so let's fucking try to do it right. And yeah, I guess last little things before we really topple these dominoes is, at this point, the Emperor is still alive. Yeah, we killed the heir, but the crazy old man with the crazy hat is still mumbling around like a crazy man. So technically, each of these nations still has an emperor who doesn't know what imperator means. Yeah, we're still in that system, and they're all related to the queen. Yeah, they're all in the same family, so on one hand, whatever sneaky douchebag backdoor politics with their allies. On the other hand, enemies, yeah, they don't think of themselves as enemies. They think of themselves as, like, annoying in-laws at a family gathering. Yeah, no. Crazy man emperor with the weird hat is gonna straight up go running off to fight, go get revenge on Serbia. It's like, bro, it's probably the last thing we should be fucking focusing on right now. No, he's like, whatever, why would I worry about Britain? Yeah, it's my aunt, or yeah, right? Guy's not thinking about this. He's thinking about, oh, my son was murdered by a Serbian terrorist. Oh, yeah, right, fucking WMD smart bombs, get on over to Iraq and Desert Storm or fucking Serbia. Yeah, no, straight up. And I mean, even less so. No, to him, this is probably all personal at this point. So, you know, grief-stricken old man, his wife's probably dead, his only son is a fucking chief of 20 football trophy, Lord of Ladies, motherfucker. Yeah, no, he's dead. Yeah, right? So proud of that young man until he got fucking shot. Yeah, no, this crazy old man, like, basically is losing everything, and yeah, his last, before he dies of old age in a fucking Pan's Labyrinth of his own, he wants to go boot fuck Serbia just to fucking get, you know, just to get that dagger of revenge in there before he's too old to do anything about it. Yeah, you probably get by now, too, there are people in both of these countries, Germany, Austria, Hungary, there are people like me and Odovaker and you, yeah, a couple people are talking about this, but yeah, we're not in charge, and we're far from in charge. We got like 3 more emperors to assassinate before shit gets imperative, right? Yeah, no, we're behind schedule as it is, right? All I'm saying is, these crazy monarchs are already going through all their fucking plan B, plan C, what the fuck do we do? Yeah, I could be next, yeah. Think about it, any of these people is thinking, oh, these Blackhand Serbian death assassin lords are gonna show up at my house tomorrow looking for me, right? Yeah, oh boy, which one is gonna be next? Yeah, and that's the thing, at this point, I'm not making these decisions, Odovaker's not making these decisions, we might chat about it at the bar or here and there once in a while, but no. Fucking crazy old man friends, Joseph, and fucking, oh my god, man, what the fuck's his name? Which is Goofy, or the hat, or the helmet. Oh, fucking, you know, the Kaiser, fucking Kaiser Wilhelm, the fucking Queen's aunt. Yeah, no, these guys are in charge, and yeah, what do you think they're thinking of? This guy wants revenge, and nothing more, nothing less. This guy, whatever, let's go ask the Kaiser what he thinks, right? You know, they're not thinking of the fucking galactic nuclear torpedo attack of the fucking Queen's vagina there. To them, that's, yeah. And straight up, she is still only in like early panic stage. I kind of dramatized it when I was talking about it. No, she's very much going to end up there soon, but at the moment it's just kind of mild tension. It's like she knows straight up she's less likely to get assassinated just because she's surrounded by the Monitor dreadnoughts on their little fucking pirate island, right? Yeah, no. In France, yeah, or fucking Spain, or any of these other countries, yeah, no, even the Navy isn't good enough. You need a little island to operate your Navy from, yeah, you know what I'm saying? The Navy doesn't work the same for Le Francais, man, and that's why he has to sink that shit. Yeah, no, they got half a coastline to use. I could still walk through the mountains with some assassins. Yeah, no, these guys are probably panicking more than me or Odovaker would at this point, or any of the normal people chatting about this, or the guy who hired the Serbians. Yeah, even he might be worried. No. At this point, you probably get it. All these people are panicking simply at the idea that they could be next to be assassinated. And I guess the only guy who isn't is the crazy old man who just wants revenge before he dies. He's probably the most level-headed at this point, because at least he has one clear, focused goal. Let's just follow the key events and see what we can come up with. Again, keep in mind, the actual war hasn't started yet, oh, right? But the war has started, but the carnage and chaos has not. Yeah, you could say the starting gun for the race, yeah, straight up, right through Franz Joseph and his bitch in the next corner there, whatever bitch was hanging out with the Master Huntsman. Yeah, that was the starting gun. None of these motherfuckers the Queen's probably the only other one thinking straight like a Terminator or Smart Bomb, you know what I mean? She's probably, I don't doubt she's incapable of panic. No, she will approach a legit panic eventually. But she's not there yet. Yeah, this is very early stage. This is very much, yeah, just the light tension, the light dread. But I don't doubt guys closer to it. The guy's right in the middle, fucking Duke of Flanders, fucking crazy old man with the weird hat, and then the Kaiser Wilhelm, bitch's Queen Aunt motherfucker. Even whoever's hanging out in Tuscany, you know, like straight up, anyone who's important or rich or blue-blooded or fucking any of them, they're all thinking, oh man, how deep does this rabbit hole go, right? How many of these guys are there? Yeah, what's the motive? Who's responsible? Yeah, I don't doubt everyone's calling Buddy Bra saying, get over to Serbia right the fuck now before this shit gets out of control. And, where is Serbia? Someone's asking, which one is Serbia between Greece and Italy, right? Yeah, no, yeah. It ain't too far from the Paisanos, but this is where the straight-up Blackhand assassin Lucian Lachance motherfucker hangs out. Yeah, and this is the thing. Maybe at first it seemed like a random freak, yeah, no, random... You know, some people think like that. Oh, what if a crazy person runs up and shoots you in the face? It's like, the chances of that happening are much lower than the chances of this happening. Yeah, right now, what is more likely, bitch? One crazy man cap the crazy huntsman? I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm saying, yeah, odds or evens. Well, what is more likely? It's much more likely these are targeted hits. And yeah, it could be the mafia. It could be the fucking, you know, could be John Wayne. Yeah, they don't fucking know. Straight up John Wayne showed up and started capping motherfuckers. Like, they need to know what's up. And yeah, no. And I don't doubt, like, even, yeah, the Queen's, like, you know, calling her brother, yeah, or whatever, he's about the same age, right? Bra with the crazy hat, like, you should go check, yeah. I can't even imagine the actual politics. You know, you get it. It's like, they all chat at family socials occasionally. They do have some short-distance phone access between, like, France and Britain. They do all know each other. They all attend similar events. They're not really enemies yet. Technically, we're all out, right? It's so... hipster douchebag sleazy gray middle nothing, yeah, no, right? And I think you get it. Even me and this guy are about to fall over that edge ourselves. And yeah, negligence can claim many bright minds at once. And of course, as you know now, yeah, no, either we had no control to begin with, or we fooled ourselves thinking we could assassinate like 4 different emperors in a couple days, right? Yeah, no, one way or another, this shit was bound to go bad before we had a chance to follow through with any of this. I don't doubt that could have happened, but no, at this point, it's all up to these crazy old inbred fucking queen bitch bastards and to, you know, go stomp out the nuclear fire in Serbia before this shit gets much worse. And this is where we kind of see countries trying to basically create actual alliances. It's like, yeah, no, we were sort of, you know, Facebook friends before. Yeah, you know, the other friends on Facebook that you never talk to. Yeah, it's sort of bordering on that shit. Yeah, no, occasionally he posts a meme. Yeah, no. At some point, they gotta draw some distinctions between straight-up dude bras and fucking meme bait on the fucking the clickbait whatever on the Patreon page, rolling the $100 blunts with the Patreon money, so, right? Yeah, no. Yeah, these kind of bullshit, half-assed. Yeah, no. France will, yeah, bro. Yes, this guy will probably show up maybe whenever. Yeah, no. Eventually, you need real answers and real data and real, like, I need to know when this, yeah, that, or the other could maybe when happen. And you probably understand why me and Bra here, yeah, they were pretty tight with this, right? These other guys are probably a little less sure about this sort of thing. Really, when it comes down to it, Germany and Austria-Hungary, they're probably the only 2 countries here that have an actual alliance. I'm sure even these guys know better than to fully trust the crazy bitch Queen Demon Lord. She's more of an overlord with the Monitor Dreadnought Scud Storm nuclear missile launch system, right? Whatever, yeah. I'll kill everyone if you don't listen to me. Yeah, it's a little different. Russia and France do have something of a rapport with each other. But it's a difficult, yeah, brah, I tried calling you the other day and it fucking went to Yakov's voicemail. Yeah, no, that's a good day. These guys can't just chat with each other at the bar on a Friday afternoon. Yeah, you know, you can see that me and Buddy Bra got a unique advantage here, but it's not going to last long if we don't make something of it. And again, we're not really in charge of anything, and the people who aren't even thinking about this. And, of course, to make things even more complicated, remember the Doublemint twins? Yeah, which ones? Yeah, H.P. Lovecraft? No, fucking Tsar Nicholas and fucking the other, his twin, yeah, right? You know what I'm talking about, the fucking Highliner seafood guy, yeah, on when you buy fish sticks at the grocery store? Yeah, there's 2 of those motherfuckers. One's the king of England. Yeah, I do whatever. The Queen's in her coffin, restoring her blood fusion. I don't even fucking know. The dude bra of England and crazy fucking czar motherfucker of Russia. I'm not saying twins are psychic or anything. They might not even like each other that much. But even with, I don't know. Like I said, a lot of this is very vague intuition, and I don't want to speculate too far in either direction. So yeah, I'll throw 1 or 2 guesses toward Russia, toward Britain here and there. But yeah, no, if I go too far into the Queen's vagina thinking about, yeah, I'll never come out, right? Yeah, it's worse than a fucking Hoppy's rabbit hole. And yeah, even the Muslims are scratching their heads now, like, bro, this ain't in the jihad handbook, bro. Who the fuck are we supposed to bomb? I don't know, maybe if you come up with anything, yeah, no, straight up, any vague theories you can think of. You know, try not to guess too far in a random direction. Yeah, otherwise we're going to end up in a fucking Higgs boson alien lizard orgy in Fiji somewhere. It's probably not where this is headed, right? Yeah, no. Let's try to keep it real. So, like I said, at this point, I know how this sounds. No, the only real alliance here is fucking Germany and Austria-Hungary. Not saying we don't like the Muslims, but they're smart enough to know, like, bro, I can't even make it there fast enough before fucking, like, straight up, be ready to run back to Pakistan if you need to. Yeah, no, this is the thing. This is why we can get along with these guys. They're not going to be offended by me giving you a heads up, like, bro, careful, some shit's about to go down. Yeah, right? And they're like, oh, thanks. Yeah, no, they appreciate it because they're fucking, they know, yeah, they're not that stupid, exactly. And yeah, like I said, I was talking about before when we were talking about the Grandmaster Rapist and fucking spin doctor extraordinaire who wrote the fucking Bible of how it's not technically rape. It was straight up the fucking the official manual of how to get away with raping a million fucking like prison wives. I don't even know, man. What I'm saying is, yeah, you remember that guy's already dead. He's old news, right? And there is another guy who is soon, I don't know if he's there now or later. I know I could look it up. You probably get it though. I start looking up this, that, and the other. I'm gonna fall into Colonel Hoppy's rabbit hole at this rate. I've seen a lot of documentaries. I went through this in school. Like, all the information's there. I gotta try to piece together what I can, and then, yeah, once I'm done this, we'll speculate further with whatever else I can add. Yeah, let's just see how far we can take this. So, either way, Kemal Ataturk, or, you know, the good leader, the motherfucker with a sensible head on his shoulders who isn't a subject of the Queen's vagina. Right, no, straight up, if anyone has a sensible head on their shoulders, apart from fucking H.P. Lovecraft on the other side of the fucking planet there, yeah, no, straight up, he's got a calm head on his shoulder, and, yeah, no, like I said, it's not just because he's far away. Far away from here means closer to the fucking Alamo and the British border in Canada. They're still figuring out how legit that is. I think they're getting, like, as far as they know, it's still Britain, right? It's still another colony, right? They probably didn't get the fucking Twitter memo from fucking, right? They didn't get the Trump Twitter memo 2 seconds later. No, this shit could take a few days. That is, if the Queen of England decides to completely tell them all the honest truth of the matter in a convenient, timely fashion. Yeah, no, she is Grandmaster Spin Doctor in this end. She controls what they know about this. Yeah, no, man, oh, I can only imagine. That's as far as I can speculate on that. No, so what happened? Yeah, like I said, Ottomans are still kind of waiting for Kemal Ataturk at this part. Eventually, this motherfucker's gonna step up in the Ottoman Empire, I'm pretty sure soon, and be like, brah, we could use these women to, like, make clothes and shit. Yeah, right, unlock the palace of rape wives and get them to work in the bazaar or some shit. He's just, whatever, I mean, give him anything, fucking weave some baskets or fucking anything, right? I don't know. All I'm saying is he's thinking of, like, ways to get shit done, even if it's anything. I don't know, he's somewhat known for finally giving, like, basic human rights to women, and right? You get the idea after Grandmaster Lord Rapist King with the, yeah, goddamn, suddenly this motherfucker's the best news they've heard all day. So that's when they start to get more proactive, but that's not there yet. No, at the moment, like I said, everyone else is twiddling their thumbs in the quantum unknown. Even the Queen's waiting for someone to make a move. Straight up, that's us, and we're not in charge, and Italy's still fucking hipster douchebagging itself like it does every 200 years or so. It's probably a lunar cycle or something. And yeah, you probably even know, yeah, at this point, crazy old man with the craziest hat ever designed. I'll show you the hat. There's a couple pictures to toss onto here. No, don't worry, you'll get to see all the craziest hats, the craziest turbans. That's an interesting little side spectacle of all this, yeah. As an interesting little irrelevant tangent side note, this period of history and these people in particular have the most bizarre collection of hats and headgear, whether it be the helmet hat, the super turban of the rapist lord. Yeah, right? No, it's like, right here is the strangest collection of hats you've ever seen. Yeah, I don't know, man, maybe... If it helped anything make sense. No, you get it. One of these crazy hat motherfuckers. Oh, yeah, right? This is how you'll recognize these guys. Oh, that guy. Yeah. Austro-Hungary is on fucking warpath to go boot fuck Serbia and under the command of the crazy Mr. Burns, basically. And realistically, you get down to that point where it's like, okay, if everyone, like, splits up and at this point, going along with it is the best... You probably get the idea. It's like, even if a couple people disagree, we don't have YouTube or Facebook or Twitter. Yeah, we don't even have beep, 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 beep. That's fucking right, dude. Even that's a luxury for some people. we're in a unique position where we can chat with Buddy Bra like at a bar up north somewhere. But no, soon as this shit gets crazy, that cohesion, yeah, we're not going to be able to communicate that easily. And yeah, I'm sure a lot of this is kind of like we were talking about before, just the mob mentality of some douchebags in charge. Realistically, I bet a lot of us are thinking, okay, this crazy old man's gonna die soon anyway, no matter what. There's no fucking way he's gonna live another, what, 5, 10, 20 years? Like, oh, yeah, no. Again, unlike Master Huntsman, who could very well have lived for 60 years. Dude, he could still be alive today if he didn't get shot fucking 100 years ago. Like, straight up, he'd be like oldest man in the world or some shit, still winning UFC with another Super Bowl tournament. He'd be in the fucking XFL or some shit. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. No, you get it. So anyway, yeah. Austria-Hungary pushes into Serbia, and it's very close, actually. No, I should say... When I said the corner of that box push, yeah, Serbia, Lebanon, not even Lebanon, Bosnia, I think it might be Bosnia, because Serbia's right next to Austria-Hungary. And remember, this map doesn't, yeah, this map's a little outdated, post-dated, yeah, this map's from the future. None of these, I know, right? No, you probably get it too. I could toss 30 different maps at you. It'd probably be harder to remember. At least with this, you can follow a sequence of shit, and I'll show you all the crazy hats as we go. I don't know. Easy. All you really need to know is Germany and Austria-Hungary, they're probably a little bit bigger than either one is today. Like, Germany used to be bigger, and Austria and Hungary used to be one country and a bit bigger. So yeah, no, just stretch those borders a little bit to each side, and Serbia's right next to it along that coast. It's probably that one that's shaped like a tooth or some shit. Yeah, it's one of those fuckers. All I'm saying is, it wasn't a long walk to get there. Yeah, it was straight up on the edge of our border. We had to roll some cannons up to the border and over. Yeah, oh, there they are down there. So that, yeah, you probably get it. That is quite a difference from going all the way to fucking the Quickie Mart in Constantinople there. It's you know what? They straight up, Binder is keeping that shit open as long as he can, and Kemal Ataturk is on his way. Those Ottoman Muslims are, I don't, things would have been quite different without them. Even if they're bad guys, good guys, whatever. Motherfucking let the bitches out of the Slave Queen Palace and let them work on baskets. Like, goddamn, that's gotta be something. So yeah, I mean, that means we were in position to, you know, invade slash attack slash get revenge on. This is the thing, we didn't really have a clear, concise plan. I don't think he explained his deepest, darkest secrets of revenge before he died to anyone who knew what was good. Yeah, you probably get it. This was also a very long chain of half-assed decision-making. And you probably get too, wait a minute. We went to Serbia looking for some Black Hand, Dark Brotherhood assassin motherfuckers. Yeah, you think bombing the cafe and the fucking bombing random buildings on the countryside is probably not going to kill the Dark Hand Brotherhood assassins. I'm sure they're capable of like walking to Bosnia. Yeah, right. You get it. This guy's not thinking straight. He wants revenge on Serbia because of the terrorists, and yeah, no, those Black Hand assassins are probably up in Bosnia. Or fucking, let's move a tile over. Yeah, no, they're not there anymore. I doubt. Maybe the guy, like, you know, that guy that they didn't want to talk to anymore. It's like, can we just leave this douchebag behind? Yeah, no, you get it. This guy does not know where the Dark Brotherhood sanctuary is. Yeah, no, you might have been thinking before, yeah, wait a minute, where are they going? Yeah, do you know where the Dark Brotherhood sanctuary is? Dude, he probably didn't even stop to think of, no, he's probably already half senile, like ready to die of a heart stroke attack of all, you know, goddamn. No, you get it. We're fucking riding wings of fucking chance and glory and fucking Diablo's demon piss at this point. Oh, well, yeah, like, gambling with nothing to gain and everything to lose. On a crazy old man's fucking rampage, nemesis instincts of fucking vengeance. And yeah, basically start bombing people's houses and farms and Quickie Mart grocery stores looking for fucking Dark Brotherhood assassin motherfuckers. Probably killed a bunch of civilians and, like, none of the soldiers, you know what I'm saying? And, like, none of these people were able to communicate or confirm much of this shit. It's all rushed. It's like, come on, we just gotta go fuck up Serbia. And, oh, man. You're probably thinking, what, humanitarian crisis? No, fucking Mongolian Viking crisis. You know what that means. Here come the fucking Ruskies, bitch. Yeah. Oh, Russia is allies with Serbia? Yeah. That seems a little, yeah, right, of all the weird little countries, it's like, did they just call them yesterday, or are these actually bras from a very unusual, like, frat party that took place a long time ago at the fucking Mongolian Kublai Khan Academy in China somewhere? You know, fucking hell, when's the last time the fucking Queen got back from the opium run in the Dutch Indies? Like, no one's keeping track of any of this shit. You probably realize that. Yeah, you can probably see it happening. Here's where all the dominoes fall over, and this is where this basically happens, not overnight, but yeah, if people are scratching their heads trying to figure out what's the plan, or what are we actually doing, yeah, by tomorrow, yeah, it's not going to get any easier. No, yeah, you'll see. All these dominoes are going to fall. We're going to be in full-on fucking trench war fucking Vietnam with the mustard gas bullshit going on. Before anyone stops to think about what the fuck they're actually doing, right? Like I said, this Tsar of Russia seems like the only guy who's actually playing a game of chess, you know what I mean? Right, like, that's not random. He had his eye on the situation, or, you know, one of his Mongolian spy horse unit fucking scout recons. He is thinking, maybe not, might not be the most brilliant person ever, but kind of like fucking President Lovecraft back there. He's at least level-headed enough to, you know, think about, yeah, whatever. Even if you're not really good at chess, you can still win if the other guy's really bad at it, right? And yeah, I don't doubt that fucking Queen Victoria or Elizabeth I or King George, whatever, the British royals might be, you know, the overlords, but it doesn't necessarily mean, even if, you know, they must have been crazy like a fox, like mad Wile E. Coyote scheme to make this all work. You might even see it too. They might be reaching a point of fucking jumping into Pan's Labyrinth themselves pretty soon. Like, yeah, genius can very much lead to madness, right? In a way, you probably get why that sort of 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10 tends to be a good stable rock choice for a lot of these, you know, politicians who have to keep level heads at this. So I'm thinking Tsar Man, he's probably like the medium to like chess computer difficulty. It's still going to be very easy, or not giving a fuck, not knowing what a checkerboard is, yeah. And I don't doubt the Queen and the King and fucking the Executor Super Star Destroyer, fucking whatever. They're probably wrecked on opium binges. They probably fucking fried enough brain cells by now that, you know, they might think they might be farther into Pan's Labyrinth than fucking the King of Spain at this point. And maybe not realizing it right away, because they got all these people doing all this shit for them, right? They got other people driving their boats for them, other people getting their drugs for them, yeah. I don't doubt that by the time one of these guys tries to stop and, you know, think about what's going on, he's like, fucking, you know, been up for 7 days smoking meth, seeing shit like ghosts coming out of your walls and stuff, panic attack, motherfucker. I wouldn't doubt they're halfway to that point in some sense, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, no, you get it. Even Dr. Evil can fuck shit up from being an idiot. Whereas, yeah, no, this Tsar of Russia, like I said, he's not fucking Mongolian master tactician. He's just, you know, reasonably good at chess, and everyone else is fucking stumbling around drunk playing checkers, or trying to play checkers, blindfolded in the dark. And I know that kind of sounds like a conspiracy. No. Remember, this is a bunch of idiots who don't know what the fuck they're doing and are just whatever. Yeah, remember when those bullshit Rob Reiner whatever attitudes? Oh yeah, Grandmaster General's fucking tactical strategies, quote unquote fucking operation whatever. I don't doubt someone might be thinking, if Russia is buddy bra with fucking Serbia and the Black Hand motherfuckers, is it possible they hired the assassins? I thought about that myself, because I did speculate that one of us had hired, you to assassinate Titus Meade in the Dark Brotherhood quest. Either or, but I'm thinking, I don't think, Nicholas would assassinate Franz Ferdinand. They're probably like cousins or brothers. And I'm not saying a brother would never stab a brother in the back for money, power, wealth, whatever. I don't think this guy would stand to gain much from doing that. Again, I don't think he's crazy mad genius. He's just reasonably good at chess and somewhat level-headed enough to think about, even if he's only thinking 1 or 2 moves ahead, how far ahead do you think fucking crazy hat grandpa is thinking? I don't doubt he literally just wants to cause as much suffering as possible to everyone who lives in Serbia. Like, if it's up to him, we're just gonna keep bombing them forever, basically, until they all die. It's like, yeah, no, yeah, right? And no one's in a position to, we're literally waiting for him to croak, like, and die of old age any day now. Like, hurry up, yeah, there's no stairs here to push him down. Oh my god, man. And yeah, okay, so Russia comes in, not full-speed Mongolian horde, that's only part of his army, and he's not going to throw all his scouts. No, they're moving in at a slightly slower pace, but it's steady. Like, yeah, the Russian army's moving in, Germans are thinking, oh god, we got to help them out. Oh yeah, no, France. Yeah, one after another, because, France is allies with Russia, and Germany's allies with Austria-Hungary, and apparently Russia's allies with Serbia as of, like, 2 days ago or some shit. And even if they didn't hire those motherfuckers, like I said, he probably just had some scouts hanging out there that reported back, and he thought of something. Yeah, right? That's what I mean. He's probably not the best, but at least he's doing something. Yeah, he's like, oh, the scouts are here. Okay, what are we gonna do? Yeah. He's probably worried about his family, probably worried about the fucking queen bitch of the universe going crack cocaine crazy one morning. I don't doubt he's ready to run into fucking Mongolia if he has to. No, he's hoping, I don't doubt he's hoping he can clear all us motherfuckers off the chessboard and just be like, yeah, let's fucking hard reset Europe before everything turns into a fucking quantum nuclear anus. Because, yeah, I mean, it's saying in my notes, I'm speculating 2-3 steps here. Tell me if I'm going too far. Remember, his twin, the Doublemint twins, or whatever, there's different kinds. It might not be fraternal twin. The guy who looks exactly fucking like him, King George of England, it's the Queen's husband, as in, like, fucking top dildo apparatus, like fucking, if any of these motherfuckers don't trust the other guy, it's the Doublemint twins. I doubt he trusts his British Queen dildo man. And I know that might sound, I'll try to autocorrect as I go so I don't swing too far out. I don't know how that sounded, but I mean, as simple as possible. It's like, it's not like he's plotting and scheming against his evil twin brother. It's like if your brother started doing crack or heroin or opium and is like trying to break into your house to steal your CDs to go sell for more crack. Like, straight up, yeah, I don't doubt it's approaching that type of, yeah, right? No, you get it. Suddenly being tucked away up in fucking St. Petersburg makes a lot of sense. Might even need a fucking Kremlin nuke factory soon. Like, I don't doubt he's not thinking of that too. I guess the reason the reason it's causing me to need to speculate so much on it, you probably get it. Would this guy really risk his whole army, like his only advantage, right? Yeah, if he loses a big battle here, that's his only advantage, then he'll really be in the shitter. He's got something of an upper hand right now, so whatever, pick your battles carefully. Again, this guy's not Sun Sao Su, but he can probably beat the medium chess computer, right? He's competent enough to see, oh, that might be a bad idea. Oh, this might be a pointless risk. Is it worth it gambling all this on Serbia? It must be important, and I don't think he's just following orders from his fucking crackhead twin brother who's trying to steal shit for more opium. Yeah, no, right? This guy's trying to avoid that shit, and he's got a big family of his own with a bunch of kids and shit, and he's like, no, these guys will straight up shoot them in the face if they, yeah. He knows his grandma's gonna fucking murder his kids if shit doesn't go right. Like, I'm speculating heavily on his motives here, but you probably see what I mean. This is based on the fact that this is the only person in the game who's actually playing Age of Empires. Everyone else is like, the AI broke, or except for, yeah, Crazy Hat Man and leading, Austria-Hungary, who is pretty much the last thing he will ever think of in his life before he dies is wanting to murder every single person in Serbia, regardless of whether they find the Brotherhood assassin. Yeah, really, he's on a mad conquest to murder as many civilians as he can. Yeah, and then Serbia starts fighting back, and they're fucking fighting tooth and nail for their survival. And now we're taking heavy casualties, and oh, here comes Germany to help out, and fucking France is coming in to back up Russia, because they do have, like I said, a rapport. It's not so much like they're, remember, there's like no UN, and yeah, if you're thinking, well, where's the UN? That shit doesn't exist anymore. Closest thing to a UN is fucking Dutch King of Flanders saying what's up to fucking the Tsar one day, yeah. Or me talking to fucking Odovaker here. That's the closest thing we have to a UN right now. So yeah, I mean, this part basically happens overnight or over the weekend. Yeah, like by the time the Queen and crackhead double trouble twin crackhead guy, the British royals waking up from their latest binge. Yeah, by the time they wake up from this opium binge, yeah, where they're gonna realize, oh man, we got to get more fucking slaves from the Dutch Indies. We need another army of fucking binders. All those British soldiers. I'm not saying some British people didn't die out there, but you probably realize that when you got, you know, a few different documentaries, a few different pictures, a few different camera reels, and it's pretty much all the same small group of white guys. Yeah, the poster childs of the British soldiers. No, man, this shit's 90% binder and 90% running into the meat grinder of the fucking steel machine gun motherfuckers. Right, no, this is when that gets to its hardest point. So what I was bitching about, no, yeah, a lot of what's coming up ahead for us. I don't even know how much longer Crazy Hat Man is going to last, but it's going to come down to, you know, good old trench warfare and shit. And oh yeah, you know, sometimes we'll stay in the trench and wait. You know, we don't want to risk going over. Occasionally, Marshall comes out with the whistle and says, fucking charge, I don't care if you die or not. Oh, how does he decide? He decides that based on whether they're fucking people or not. Yeah, no, when it's the white guy division, it's like, dude, we need to take more pictures of these guys to recruit more fucking Indians. Yeah, no, get Binder up here and tell him to fucking charge to his death. Eventually they'll run out of bullets or something. Yeah, no. Basically, like, it's borderline. Yeah, no, I don't want to speculate too much further than that, but you get it. Like, this probably isn't too far off. Again, it's not like they're trying to... The only person here who's trying to fuck everything up is the Crazy Hat Man in charge of Austria-Hungary. The only person trying not to fuck everything up is the fucking Zara, the crackhead double trouble twin brother in the fucking... my god, the Tactical Star Destroyer division over there with the Queen Bitch of the Universe. France is like, god damn, it's now, yeah, right? If Russia, yeah, I know what they're thinking. If Russia falls if they happen to get surrounded by Germany, Austria-Hungary, Italy, and the Ottoman Muslims, yeah, they could walk right into a bad trap themselves. And if that happened, and the Queen flies off the deep end into Pan's Labyrinth, and France is literally stuck there by itself with no one but fucking, yeah, oh man, Francisco Franco can't come to the phone right now. Oh, brah. Can we call the U.S.? No, the Queen has the only way to do that. And, yeah, right? Yeah, no, man, I don't know. Again, this ain't mastermind. This is the opposite of a conspiracy. This is the opposite of masterminding a conspiracy. This is like people bumping into each other like fucking protons. I guess one thing I can safely speculate on here is I don't doubt that the Queen, when she does wake up from this latest opium binge, orgy, whatever the fuck she does on Thursday evening, whatever. Yeah, as soon as they wake up from this having started, once they realize, yeah, there's no more Serbia or fucking, no, we're getting there. No, once they realize this is happening, yeah, no, she's gonna start hitting the panic button, calling, yeah, no, Canada, get the fuck over here. And it's like, bitch, you realize there ain't no sir in the Borden office anymore. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't doubt she fucking threatened to bring the whole fleet to bomb fucking Ottawa or some shit. Like, yeah, straight up. I would like, she's gonna go from 1 to 9, you know, 10 being max pretty quickly. Once this hits that, you know, your last line of defense is France, right? You know, seemed a little more stable when you had Russia and France and these guys ready to back up with all the Star Destroyers. No, now this guy's gone. All your Star Destroyers are scattered. These guys can't even get the telegram, and France is there by himself trying to call Francisco Franco's answering machine. That's basically going to happen within a matter of days. And if she doesn't wake up from this, you know, heroin binge, fucking down binge in the next 1 or 2 days, yeah, it's gonna be like Franco answering the phone from the fucking Kremlin nuke factory 20 years too late. Like, yeah, no, it's now or never, bitch. No, you get it. Right? Each of these people, it's not like they're all completely retarded. They're just, they're not military officers. They're royalty. They're brothers and sisters and cousins. I don't know, imagine your sister had an army, and your cousin had an army, and your little brother had an army, and your mom had an army, and your dad had an army. Yeah, right? now let's all, oh God, I'm gonna go bomb Serbia. Your mom's like, you shouldn't do that. Oh God, yeah. Oh, and she needs some crack and opium, and yeah, right? No, this is fucking weird, dude, yeah. Straight up, we're gonna have to split this into some sections. At least, no, this is the point of this, was you know how it started, and yeah, like, it dominoes from, yeah, fucking Austria-Hungary into Serbia. Serbia puts up a mean enough fight that it actually, I don't want to say cripples us, or cripples Austria-Hungary, but it's a significant toll. It's more than it was worth. Like I said, gambling for nothing to gain and everything to lose. We still lost a, you know, not, I don't know, it's like losing $500. Like, yeah, no, it's not gonna bankrupt you, but goddamn, I lost $500, 500 soldiers, 500, yeah, right, something. No, it was more than we should have lost for no fucking reason with a crazy man who just wants to murder everyone now, right? And fucking Kaiser Wilhelm, I don't know, yeah. Frankly, I don't know much about the man other than he's, you know, what do you call it, like fucking, I don't know, I know it sounds simplistic, yeah, he wants to like prove that, yeah, no, I'm good at this, right? It's like, buddy, you're thinking backwards. It's like, once you have a goal, it's like, okay, how do I reach this goal? He's like, no, I'm going to prove to everyone I can reach goals. It's like, do you have a goal? I don't know, let's go fuck up Serbia. Yeah, again, yeah, no, you probably see why I'm thinking. Fucking Tsar of Russia there. Yeah, no, he's probably not the brightest light in the tool shed, but fucking at least there's a couple neutrons firing in his brain there. Everyone else is fucking too high, too low, or fucking on the mad quest of murder for the crazy hat man. Yeah, and I mean, as far as, yeah, who declared war next, I mean, no, you probably get it. Everyone in the middle's already involved. France, Russia, Germany, Austria, Hungary, they're in the middle of the Quantum Anus tornado. Italy is soon to get sucked in itself, because, yeah, it's not going to have any, what are they going to go hide in Sicily, or fucking go hang out in fucking Carthagena? Yeah, it's literally, we're going to go hang out with the Carthaginians at this point, bruh. Yeah, oh man, that's about Vinny's last option in Tuscany there, is to go fucking hang out with the Carthaginians. Yeah, the Ottomans, I know what you're thinking with the Ottomans, remember, they either have Lord Master Rape Man in charge, or recently deceased, or Kemal Ataturk isn't there yet. No, there is a straight up, you know, guy who knows what the fuck a light switch is, and fucking, right? Guy who knows how to tie his shoes and take a piss without pissing on himself. Yeah, no, there is a guy like that coming in, but I don't think he's there yet. And even if he was, remember, sketchy communication going on. For all he knows, he could run in and fuck up someone else's shit, right? It's like, dude, you blew, yeah, we were supposed to wait to charge kind of thing. Yeah, no, they're smart enough to think like that. Like, yeah, right? Maybe they'll send a carrier pigeon if they need help. Yeah, no, brah, people are throwing pigeons around, hoping the message in a bottle gets to the fucking Kremlin nuke factory. Yeah. And that's how this started. Yeah, no, at this point, everyone's declared war on everyone, except for the U.S. Yeah, at this point, fucking President Lovecraft is going, yeah, no, maybe we should wait a couple days and see what happens. Yeah, no, we probably shouldn't jump into the middle of the fucking Dutch indie megaverse multi-fucking clash of the fucking nuke Nazi Titan bitch with the fucking mafia meth fucking, you know what I'm saying? There's a reason he didn't just jump into World War I because it was to make it as cool as World War II. Yeah, no. He, much like the Tsar of Russia, he's just thinking straight, simple, like, well, I should probably take my job a little serious. Yeah, I am responsible for a lot of people. Yeah, I do have a family. Yeah, right? Like, basic shit that other people are like, yeah, barely plugging the two ends together. And you know that people like me and Odovac or a few other bras in this unit are like, literally staring at our watch again. How long is it gonna take for this old fucker to have a heart attack? Yeah, no, right? That's basically where we're at. Hoping a crazy old man will die before a bunch more people die because of him, before we all die because of someone else. It has begun, bitch. Fortunately, we're still waiting for that Kremlin nuke factory. Yeah, no, man, it's gonna take a while. We're not gonna have the big motherfucking bombs yet. Yeah, no. No, let's dive into the meat of it. Oh yeah, here comes the fun part. You get to watch people sitting in a trench, starving and die. Yeah, no, right? I get it. No, like, World War II is more exciting because it's a more, you know, action people are moving around more. I don't know how else to say it. Yeah, they're flying around in planes, they're driving around in tanks, they're running around through cities. In this war, I sit in a pool of my own feces and slowly like shake to death. Yeah, right? Oh my god. This one's a little more depressing, I guess. Holy fuck, right? Yeah, okay, I guess what I want to do is, how much more speculating can we do? No, I'm going to take a couple more cheap shots at the major players here, and I'm going to start by saying, I basically got what I'm going to do here, straight up, if I'm going to be as professional as I can in this hyper-speculation game, this is about as far as I can go with this type of radical speculation. And what it is I'm gonna do the half-assed FBI profile. Yeah, straight up, one of these motherfuckers hired some death hand mercenary assassin motherfuckers, and something's fucking up with the Queen's fucking heroin fucking prostitution ring shit going on. I don't know enough about it to tell you who, but here's the thing. Yeah, my last official jab at this before it becomes a crackpot fucking bullshit is I'm gonna try to profile these motherfuckers, find out who hired the Black Hand motherfuckers, and what's up with the Queen Bitch of the Universe's fucking opium empire. Notice, this is the thing you probably noticed. There's probably some other factors involved in her. Like, you've probably been putting this together, because this bitch is still alive, or one of them, this grumpy old nasty bitch who looks like she wants to fucking eat your children. You've seen her. Oh, straight up, she fucking, no, man, you could probably imagine why she's that pissed off. She literally owned the entire planet and had everyone was her slave, and I own all of everything and all the drugs and dude, that's a bit of an ego power trip, and to have that snatched away from you by the time you wake up from your next opium binge, you don't even have enough opium to get rid of the jitters. Yeah, you're already having fucking withdrawals by the time you realize what the fuck's going on. Where'd all the monitor dreadnoughts go? Oh, bitch, look at our fucking ironclads. Yeah, no. I'm not going to say it was just the U.S. Navy. Right? That's a factor, but we're not there yet, brah. We're almost literally still in the fucking John Wayne cowboy army. Look, he's coming up in here. Yeah, that was only half a joke. If America did enter the war immediately, straight up, it would be John Wayne and a bunch of fucking cowboys riding off with the U.S. cavalry. And in case you're wondering, it appears that, she no longer owns the entire world and all the slaves. Yeah, right? That's why she's a grumpy, nasty bitch sitting in her little house that's bigger than any house you'll ever have. Yeah, straight up, right? Fucking hell, princes of fucking England are walking out of that shit because they've had enough with that bitch. Straight up, actual princes of England saying, fuck off, bitch. I mean, here's a little, partial tangent, semi-speculation. Ooh, right, I'm getting fucking dodgy with this shit. I've mentioned this before. Team America, World Police. Every time you call the cops, they're gonna buy a bigger gun for next time. And oh, she goes hitting the panic button, coming up with the most convoluted, harebrained mastermind, straight up fucking, spin doctor, fucking spin expert strategy to get the U.S. in there. Oh, and it works. And guess what happens? They're gonna get stronger, and more money, and more stuff. They didn't even need the Dutch Indies. They're just fucking a bunch of people working on shit. And hey, man, we covered that shit. It's this slow, steady progress. And a lot of people still get taken advantage of, right? That's more down to fucking individuals scheming on shit. That's a bunch of fucking Count of Flanders. No, maybe not even the Count of Flanders. That's like a half-assed version of the Bitch of the Universe here doing shit on a smaller scale. But no, I think you get it. When this bitch hits the panic button and find all her effort to get these motherfuckers to save her, she just signed to the doom of her empire. Because, those motherfuckers... Oh, America's all big shot now. Yeah, straight up. What did I tell you about fucking Superman? Now, where do you think Superman comes from? It's when you get someone else to fucking fight all your battles for you. Straight up, that motherfucker's gonna turn into Superman. Yeah, that's how that happens. And really, even that is more, long term. It'll be a while before we got the straight up, fucking Nimitz-class nuclear carrier fucking with stealth bombers and fucking big motherfucking Moab bombs. And fucking bunker buster hellfire. We're not quite there yet. That's gonna WMD smart bombs. Fucking Rotor ain't gonna be ready for another 80 years. But in the meantime, as in like like straight up coming round the mountain when she comes here. No, not John Wayne and the Cowboy Army, no, right? See, that's, yeah, if we had it your way, or whoever wanted the U.S. to show up immediately, yeah, you'd be fucking riding around with John Wayne capping everyone. Well, this bitch, right? Oh boy, no, instead, yeah. Oh, sorry, what I was trying to say is, U-boats. Underwater boats. A boat goes underwater submarine. Shoot the torpedo under the water. Yeah. Oh, you know, yeah. We'll get a bunch of people onto a boat and lure them out into the middle of a fucking battlefield where they're gonna die. Yeah, who do you think's doing that to you? They need one of us to sink it to put on the news and be like, bitch, they're sinking our ships that I fucking got you one way or another. I'm not saying we're not doing shady shit, but my god, man, you don't think this bitch will do anything when she starts panicking and there's no opium left, and right? No, straight up. Because it's not just the opium, right? It's all the opium. It's the whole fucking world of slaves. Yeah, no, this bitch is losing it all very quick. And yeah, oh man, fucking Alice's mad rabbit hole. I'm gonna try to avoid falling into this rabbit hole before we cover some of the other shit. But just to cap off, yeah, the U-boats. And you have to think, ooh, was that World War II? Bitch, that was all the World War everything. Yeah, all I'm saying is, it was the single most effective part of all of this. Yeah, there was a lot of stalemate fighting here, there was a lot of awkward shit here, there, and the other. The U-boats were like 210% effective all the time, every time, everywhere. There just wasn't enough of them. Yeah, right? Yeah, no, those Hun savages, man. They invented as far superior... Yeah, who'd have thought a fucking Viking would invent the better boat? Right? This bitch ain't thinking straight at this point, right? Oh, this one goes underwater, and now your giant monitor dreadnought is a fucking piece of junk it belongs in a dumpster with Little John and Lil Wayne in a museum somewhere. Yeah, this wasn't, you know, really in my notes, but no, I was speculating about when she might hit the panic button and go from, you know, 1 to 9, with 10 being maximum. Oh, you already know now, as soon as those U-boats hit the water, that is when she starts panicking, like, oh my, that's it, yeah, whoa, hold up. Suddenly she don't have she don't have the power no more. You got fucking secret ghost nuclear Nazi ships coming up out of the water. Dude, like, straight up, this is like Loki and Thor crawling out of the fucking water with, like, Poseidon or some shit. Yeah, she wasn't ready for this. I mean, I know this will sound weird, but straight up, Nazi U-boats may have saved humanity and be one of the greatest forces of benefactor and benevolence to mankind. You know, you might be thinking, well, they still lost, right? Oh, brah. What do you think fucking U.S. Naval Admiral's office was talking about fucking 10 minutes after they heard about this, fucking running into the office with their, like, fucking, right? Back when you could smoke inside, motherfuckers trying to light his smoke, running into the elevator like, brah, we gotta build the fucking boomer sub-war division, brah. Oh, and this bitch is just like, what? Go find the Admiralty board and, can we build some underwater boats? And they'll be like, well, I don't know how to do that, ma'am, I'm sorry. Oh, no, ma'am, I don't know what y'all done talking about with no underwater boat. Yeah, suddenly her fucking naval office sounds like they're living in the fucking past millennium. Yeah, as far as I know, they don't even have any nuclear ships anymore. They straight up fell off the naval game forever. Straight up. Britain, I mean, the Queen, that's why she's a crabby bitch in her giant mansion now. Most of you can understand, like, yeah, this isn't some fucking sleazy Lionel Hutz lawyer's office way of, sleazing around criminal charges for shit that isn't illegal, because, international waters, we're about there. Fucking straight up H.P. Lovecraft is gonna walk into the Senate or fucking UN office eventually and start writing out rules for this shit. I don't know, I think even more skeptical people get that part. It's like, yeah, no, someone had to knock that bitch off the chessboard. Yeah, whatever. The monitor dreadnoughts, the fucking, my god. Underwater boat. Oh, fucking damn, nuclear subs, bitch. Fucking Russians got nuclear subs. Oh, what do you got, bitch? You don't even got no nuclear. Oh, they don't even go nuclear. Oh, brah. Yeah, oh, what a fall. Okay, so we don't even have to speculate on this bitch anymore. Yeah, I can fucking take her off the profile, put her in the cunt file division, whatever. X-Files, cunt files is just the Queen and nothing else in there. Only got one thing to say to Yakov about your fucking Kursk #2. Yeah, brah, there's radiation suits in there and not raincoats, right? Fucking, yeah, you know there's, you check, yeah, there are radiation suits in there, not fucking raincoats, right? Yeah, now it's a Kursk. Alright, so as we look back to the war that's breaking out as we speak on this map here, we're just about to hit the fucking blender button. Yeah, no, straight up, U-boats are gonna hit the water very soon. I don't know exactly when, but it's coming very, very quickly. Yeah, no, that bitch's days are very numbered. She's got about less than a year before all of her ships are completely worthless. Fucking John Wayne's cowboy army is gonna fucking outmatch her navy soon. I didn't really plan this, but I mean, this is why it can help to have, you know, the somewhat consistent, whatever, not, I won't say beliefs, just, methods. Fucking, wait, what am I looking for? What am I trying to do? Yeah, no. So the reason I was, you know, going on about fucking nuclear submarines and boomer subs and shit, now some of you are thinking, man, that seems a little excessive. Man, that fucking kicked the queen off the castle. Bitch, if it weren't for these underwater fucking nuclear sub-boats, you know, yeah, whatever, fucking, yeah, Operation whatever, that's exactly how we beat fucking no one. Just in case that nasty crabby bitch is listening, oh, if the queen happens to listen to this? Oh, you know, yeah. My nice insult she can throw back at me? No. When you go to sleep, you're gonna dream about drowning underwater with steel sharks shooting fucking nuclear missiles at you, and they're gonna sink all your monitor dreadnoughts down with you, bitch. It's the last thing you're gonna dream about before you die. It's too late, she already heard it. It's never gonna get out of her head. The seed has been planted. Hopefully she has reoccurring nightmares that give her PTSD till she dies. Fucking nasty cunt. Anyway. Oh, guys, I like British people. You know, yeah, whatever, man. If you're that British guy who's angry, we can fucking pistols at dawn, mate, and shoot each other in the face. I'm not gonna fucking caveman nuke Britain. We just needed to fucking shove some tac nukes in that fucking nasty bitch's cunt and fucking get her off. Pimp slap that bitch right off the fucking crown. Yeah, no, whatever, brah. If you really don't like that, you can come here and fucking kill me for it. Take this to your intelligence officer and be like, can you, you know, figure out whose voice this is?
I can't tell you who I am. What I can tell you is this could quickly lead to unfathomable.
Why do you pursue me? I know you feel this. I am sovereign.
When we hunt, we kill. No one is safe. Nothing is sacred. We are Blackwatch. We are the last line of defense. We will burn our own to hold the red line. It is the last line to ever hold.
It is imperative that you remember this. You've been warned.
We could do this all day, man. I don't know what the fuck you're doing here. Yeah, right? You're gonna end up in that circular nightmare dream yourself if you stick around too long. Straight up, that bitch didn't even know what imperator meant. It's shit's imperative, bitch. Yeah, what did you fucking expect? Anyway, going back to our map. Oh yeah, well, we put a little sticker on that bitch. No, right? B for bitch. Don't worry, guys. We'll get that bitch off you. Yeah, I'm sure some of you don't like living under that nasty cunt's fucking windy asshole. We'll get that bitch off of there. Oh, yeah. Days are ticking away. Anyway, while we're waiting for the U-boats to hit the water and fuck every monitor dreadnought to the ocean floor, let's check in on, Francisco Franco can't come to the phone. Yeah, oh, brah, yeah, no, motherfucker's busy. Motherfucker Alamo didn't work. Shit, yeah, Mexico, it's not as great as we thought it was gonna be, but brah, oh, it's not, they got no shortage of crazy ideas in Spain, man. Come on, most interesting man in Spain is on it. I don't know, personally, I'm glad I didn't have to deal with that fucking I don't know, he just seems like I don't know, I had a feeling I wouldn't get along with him that well. Oh, man. Oh well, Franco's gonna be lost in Pan's Labyrinth for a while. Yeah, well, where to next? I think Italy's getting lost in Pan's Labyrinth too. The only person not in Pan's Labyrinth right now is fucking Zaruski and fucking Binder in the Ottoman Muslim territories. We're close to the edge ourselves. Okay, yeah. Remember what I was doing last time? Murdering everyone in Serbia and dying, losing guys myself? Here's the thing, yeah, first of all, you can't blame me, but no, I gotta take that stance philosophically here and be like, well, yeah, hypothetically, since I hired some fucking death hand assassins and now everyone's gonna die, yeah, it's pretty heavyweight. I'd at least feel like I should try to come up with some kind of solution. I was thinking straight up, what's the worst thing that could happen if I shoot that motherfucker with the crazy hat? I'll show you the hats, straight up, but straight up, I'd get fucking shot 2 seconds later. I'm not saying it might not be worth it, but if there's any other way that could do more or less whatever, because you get it, just shooting the one guy ain't gonna fix everything. No, brah, fucking, sure, Austria-Hungary might be free, but well, you still got some Kaiser Wilhelm fucking bitches, Aunt Queen, King of the fucking universe. Yeah, we gotta do something about, yeah, we, brah, gotta do something about that too. Yeah, so shooting the crazy hat man ain't good enough. We'll think of something better. I think we're all in agreement that motherfucker's days are numbered either way. Yeah, no matter how you cut it. Now, yeah, you want to? Should we do a betting pool on which one's gonna fucking lose it first, the Queen or the fucking crazy hat man? Yeah, the man who murders everyone he finds, and the woman who rapes and enslaves everyone she finds, and does all the crack and opium. Oh, the people who used to, back in the days of chivalry, people used to be so much more sophisticated with opium, crack, heroin. Ah, yes, yes, of course. I'm not just dicking around. I mean, I am dicking around, but I also solved a case file and ruled out half the suspects already. We're almost done with the profile here. Yeah, you can do both, right? So yeah, like I said, the Queen profile has been moved to the bitch files, or fucking cunt files. There's one, yeah, this is the backup. We gotta do triplicate. Fucking nasty cunt files, nasty bitch cunt files. There's the triplicate file. All 3 copies for the nasty bitch cunt file of the fucking Queen. King Henry, you're a fucking, yeah, right, no, brah, god damn, even flipping off the Pope once gets you a free couple cards, alright? Don't worry, man, we can do, like I say, dude, if I can work with King Henry, motherfucker, you guys can work with me, we'll get some King Richard up in this shit, it's gonna be good, this was necessary. You might even get by now. There's a little more to it with Diablo's Mafia, right? This nasty queen bitch of the universe is just sitting in her nasty fucking mansion now with her brat fucking kids running around being shit disturbers. And she's probably not the only one, and you probably get too. It's not just America or China. I mean, they got enough to pay the gas bill and shit. Someone's got to pay the gas bill, but motherfuckers like Pope Don Diablo doing similar shit and a little different. He ain't quite ruling the ball in the whole fucking world like a Harlem Globetrotter basketball motherfucker. No, he's not quite there. But he is up in Vinny's Vatican. I understand why this shit pissed you guys off on the water. Now, this is pissing me off in a concrete building. That's like our boat. Oh, I thought it would be funny, but really, straight up, if we gotta come down to it, man. I'll build the dockyard, you build the U-boats, motherfucker. We'll get this shit out double time. Straight up. Now, no... we've cut these suspects down to file. The nasty bitch cunt file's in its own quarantine. No, keep her on that side. Franco's lost in Pan's Labyrinth. He's gonna be there for the next 50 years. Dude, straight up, he's gonna be there in World War II. He's gonna be there in Korea. He's gonna be there in Vietnam. Fucking, your internet's, you're gonna look up Franco. He's still gonna be not answering his fucking phone. I hope you realize this guy's like 100 times worse than Hitler, and you probably never heard of him before, and you might think that's impossible. You should go to Spain and ask one of these bitches how long she's been in Pan's Labyrinth. Yeah, I don't know. Hitler got negligent. This guy's like sadistic power tripper. Like, he wants you to take that grape so he can fucking slap you for it. That's just the beginning. He'll still wants to watch you starve and eat in your face while he's doing it, and fucking, oh man. It's, yeah, like sadism. It's like he jerks off by watching you suffer kind of thing. I understand why you weren't fond of the Auschwitz porno factory, or whatever the fuck that place was. That's what it looked like when I saw the pictures and shit. Straight up, whatever. What else would you fucking do there? But, if you take that thing, Spain is giant Auschwitz that's been going on for fucking longer than your dad's been alive. You might be thinking someone should have tried to help or stop him, like, eventually, right? I mean... We did. We tried Operation whatever. It didn't work. I don't know what to tell you. Fucking whatever. Again, ruling out the fucking possible suspects. And this is the thing. Some people like to get skeptical for different reasons. Some people want to treat it like, like a game but serious. I don't even mean like a game like you're not treating it serious enough. No, it's like, how can you get Franco into Serbia to hire some Black Hand motherfuckers? It's possible, but my god, man, I don't think they'd help him much with this Civil War Auschwitz porno factory going on in Spain. Fucking Portugal could conquer Spain while you know what I'm saying? Like, fucking hell, this empire was at risk of being conquered by fucking Portugal, and the Queen doesn't have a fucking navy anymore. Fucking Twilight Zone. Point, King Henry is humble man Joe, and En Francais man is the best Black Ops sniper in fucking Europe. Bruh, some of those cheese croissants and you get all the cheapest brandy and fucking wherever. Okay, I think the only ones I can rule out that easily are Canada and the States. I mean, I know, yeah, and get real. I mean, first of all, we don't even have, like, a CIA yet. Right, yeah, no, right, we're, fucking John Wayne's cavalry is on the way. Where, you got the number for the CIA headquarters, bruh? No, man, they ain't tapping no smartphones yet, bruh. Rotor ain't ready for another fucking 1,000 years at this rate. And they don't speak Serbian or Latin or German. Yeah, right, fucking, oh my god, maybe one of them speaks German. Okay, which one is Serbia? Yeah, no. The fucking Franco's got a better chance of getting in and out of there before Portugal conquers this fucking, the Dutch Indies or some shit. Straight up, I don't even know. So yeah, I mean, you know, my original exploration of the subject or whatever, exploration stage of the fucking case, whatever. I was, you know, using, as if someone in Austria-Hungary may have done so. It's pretty vague though, right? And I mean, because this is the thing. Most of, like, the documentaries and, those history books, yeah, I don't know where else you're gonna fucking hear about this, but it's the thing, you gotta read more than one and watch more than one and figure out which one makes more sense than the other one, or which one's taking you to fucking Pan's Labyrinth fucking sex hospital and the porno factory in Spain. Oh, it's getting there. Yeah, I don't know, man. There's literally people who've been, like, maliciously tortured for 50 years straight for their entire life, and you never heard or knew about them. They're in Spain. You should, or they're not. He's dead now. I don't know what's going on in Spain these days, but yeah, no, you probably get the point. Like, yeah, no, I gotta keep being a dick about this until people stop fucking assuming that this random dude must be the most evil man in the world. And fucking Queen raped your grandma. Anyway, yeah, we're slimming down the suspects here, and I mean, I guess we gotta draw a division between some guy in Austria-Hungary or, you know, a player like Double Mint Twins or fucking some guy in Tuscany who didn't feel like going to hang out with the Carthaginians. And I was thinking about that, right? Sure, they're in Pan's Labyrinth jerking off to fucking Wodevacker's dildos. I don't even know. Just saying, anyone, a fucking kid could paddle a canoe from there to Serbia and no one would ever know about it, right? Right? Yeah, straight up. No, this is the easiest access. This is the easy, convenient backdoor access. Sure, most people know what I'm talking about. If I didn't know any better, I'd say the Dark Hand Brotherhood fucking sanctuary was strategically located as close to, you know, Rome and Italy as possible to where someone could, you know, boat over there in a couple minutes and no one would ever know about it and discreetly meet and talk about things and get back to Rome before anyone thought it would be possible to have done something like that. And straight up, shit's done before fucking this guy even knows who he's trying to kill anymore. It's not even it's not even the profile, that's just the most likely method. Yeah, I know, I still need motive, and I'm looking at fucking Tsar Ruski for that one. This guy feels like he's trying to knock, yeah, I like the reset theory too, right? It's weird to think that different people would approach this from different angles without ever talking to each other first. But I wouldn't doubt maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4. Is everyone here trying to murder the Queen and fucking ass rape her into a fucking oblivion with a big steel wrench full of fucking rusty nails or some shit? Yeah, no, we're pretty much there. Oh, man, it's funny, but it's not good enough for, like, you know, an actual theory. I don't know, leave that in the speculation realm. Yeah, no, I mean, rest assured, we can rule out Canada and the States for finding the, you know, the hidden Dark Brotherhood Serbian assassin guild in the Latin foothills. Yeah, which one's Serbia? Yeah, you'll find it, brah. Yeah, no. He's deeper into Pan's Labyrinth of fucking, yeah, no, he's on guard for the Portugal fucking invasion forces. Oh, man, but big, yeah, most dangerous army to his empire, fucking Portugal. Dude, if we had his help, it would slow us down to a point where we'd fuck up. Yeah, this guy is nothing but dead weight. I hope you realize we're very lucky we never had to deal with this fucking guy. I mean, really, the fact that Portugal even exists, it's that little country attached to Spain. Yeah, no, if Francisco was running the show, that shit would just be Spain. It would all be Spain. It would all be his, right? All mine. Why the fuck Portugal stealing my Spain? No, man, that's because motherfuckers... Just draw your own little border. Oh, we crossed the border. Oh, God. No, I'm sure people crossed it, and I doubt there was much, security at first, but my God, just the fact that Portugal exists only further proves how useless Francisco Franco would be to pretty much anyone in any situation. Straight up, man, we had to get the fucking Boomer Sub-War Division to the Kremlin nuke factory to fucking fight the Queen's Monitor Dreadnought fleet that ruled the world. And this motherfucker can't even deal with Portugal in his entire lifetime. Yeah, no, straight up, we're damn glad we never even had to fucking talk to that son of a bitch. If anyone's curious, I'm pretty sure he's dead now, so you missed your chance. But yeah, no, this guy walked around spanking off his dildo to his, like, a colony of slave torture victims that spent all their entire lives of 60 years from baby to child to adult to see millions of people tormented their entire lives in various ways, and people you'll never know and never will know and never could know, and yeah, go to Spain, ask him how long Pan's Labyrinth is. It's just whatever, man. It's one of many evils in the world. And yeah, you realize this was going on before Hitler and during Hitler and after Hitler. I don't even mean more, I just mean context. Yeah, as you're there watching this saying, oh my God, this motherfucker's, oh my God, yeah, right? And then he keeps going, oh yeah, and she's gonna have a kid, and that's another bitch fucking finger puppet for that motherfucker. Oh, you can do anything you wants to anyone here. It's kind of like the Queen, but he can't even deal with motherfucking Portugal. And one of many people like him in the world. My God, life's complicated. Yeah, right? Oh, man. If you want to take that approach to say, like, well, they didn't teach us this in school and this and that, and bro, all you gotta do is watch Pan's Labyrinth. It was a fucking Hollywood movie. What? Yeah, no, if you think I'm wrong, go to Spain and ask him how long Pan's Labyrinth is, and if you come back, you might actually be in the Boomer Division. Sure, someone might be confused as to how it was either created, distributed, before, after. I'm guessing 5 seconds after the man died, they made this movie and released it to the world, and no one bothered to monitor or check or screen it for anything, because it's like a Spanish subtitle movie, and it didn't, I don't know, whatever, no one bothered. It's also like a little girl's fairy tale movie. So, it's a good disguise. Really, it'll tell you a lot more about a guy much worse than Hitler than you ever learned about Hitler in your life, talking about the Nazis. No, it's not disguised as, it's a meta-narrative. It appeals to both perspectives and the context, basically. Dude, if you don't even know what that means, you gotta fucking go back to kindergarten before we can talk about any of this science or anything. And if someone wants to ask why we didn't go deal with him instead of waiting for... Well, we were being invaded by French vampires and the fucking Duke of Normandy, Count Flanders motherfuckers, and the Queen of England's windy asshole. I had to call fucking John Wayne and the US Cavalry. They're on the way. Why didn't you guys deal with the Queen? Yeah, I know, because she was stopping me from dealing with that motherfucker while she was doing a much worse shit at the same time. Motherfucker, you don't even know what a swastika is. Are we still dealing with that shit? I mean, really? If you hadn't followed the Queen's rally to war a second time to destroy the world for opium, crack, heroin, sex slaves, and Nazi... not even. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? She wants it all again. She's trying... Right? No, you guys will do whatever the fuck she tells you to, unless she's crabby bitch is gonna lick your anus or something. Because if you didn't, we could have stopped this motherfucker a long time ago. I'm sure both of us would have been more than happy to. Really, that's not even charity or a golden heart card. Bottom line there is he's fucking making both of us look bad because he's like a poser who can't even do a kickflip or some shit. Bailed over Portugal and made his fucking test subjects famous. No, I mean Pan's Labyrinth. It's a fucking movie. Yeah, you can watch it. Yeah, it's real. If you feel like you don't have enough interest to watch it to see if it's true, it's specifically designed for people like you to ignore it, right? That's the propaganda. That's the mass covering it up. So the people like you will never look twice at it. That's how it got through the radar screen. Just think about it next time you look at, the map. Not one of my maps, I mean, the map. Or, well, fuck it, yeah, my map. The red's the bad, blue's the good, yellow's whatever. Yeah, Operation whatever. Motherfucker, Operation whatever did not get Francisco Franco out of Portugal. I hope you see why that shit is bullshit. Before we finally move on, I hope you realize that, Your ignorance of Francisco Franco, the fact that you probably knew nothing about him and still will never know anything about him because didn't quite hook you. Yeah, no, this is how I was designed to get around people like you, Rob Reiner motherfuckers, who are just gonna bitch about it. Right? Yeah, no. The fact that it's so elusive and you'll never understand the true evil of this man that was, worse than Hitler. Could it be true? I can't even say worse, but more of a fucking dickweed. Straight up, that's easy enough to say. I don't know, man. Remember the Dutch Indies? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, all the people that weren't people because whatever, Operation Whatever is how the Queen rapes your fucking mom. I mean, whatever, man. Like, straight up. I don't know. I hope you see how fucking destructive this sort of negligence can be. It may even become imperative quite soon. I guess the funniest part about that is, I mean, you're probably assuming that at least you're still, above the, the savages on the ladder of order of importance in the eyes of the Queen Monarch, but really, you're another one of her bitch slaves. Straight up, you are as much one of her slaves as a motherfucker running in the Dutch Indies. I don't know. I hope you realize how she ordered you into war and death twice in a row and told you who to hate and what to do and what to say and think and believe, and you're straight up the Matrix? No, it's the Queen's fucking vagina. You might even think, at least girl power, and be like, no, something like that. No, bruh. Bitches like that make it 1,000,000 times harder for a bitch to do something the right way, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, the next queen, we're gonna be really skeptical now because of this bitch. Was it worth it to, oh my god, your hypothetical 5-second egotistical ejaculation into the back of your fucking brain for one more neutron? It wasn't worth it, was it, brah? You're in the nightmare fucking torpedo shark world underwater now with the fucking subnauts. Oh yeah, they're there. Really, to throw that right back in your face with the Tekken combo of bitch slaps. Just to cap it off, I'm sure you might think, it seems ridiculous. You probably didn't even know anything about the Queen. That's the puppet master, motherfucker. Yeah, person yelling in your face is just some bitch. Yeah, no. That's the magic, that's the yin-yang boom she's got up her sleeve with the fucking, the spin doctor extraordinaire. Write a whole fucking book about how you're not allowed to accuse me of rape. That's part of that. I mean, oh yeah, I'll show you the Salululemon man. Hypothetical, is this man sexually attractive? If you haven't said yes yet, it's rape. Magic of a Salululemon. Oh yeah. How the fuck would you prosecute that guy? You go to the police station, what was his name? You would never get past the first thing on the paper. That guy knows how to rape. There's already certified experts on TV that have proven you wrong before you were born. Like, he made sure, like I said, he knows how to do this. What I mean is, the documentaries will always be like, this is the real deal, we just like being naked, it's not a perv thing. That's what the experts of genuine stamped authority will tell you. You cannot accuse this man of rape. That's the expert opinion. That's how you manufacture consent, right? Bitching about it, someone's like, who are you talking about? You go, and straight up, that's the end of that conversation. It's another person who spent a whole lifetime enslaving thousands of people for their entire lifetimes under his direct, superb, divine sexual authority of all the women that have ever been known. Yeah, girl power, right? Oh, straight up, brah. Yeah, I'm just saying, I don't know, we could go through a whole list of people that have done horrible, nasty things, and hopefully Operation Whatever gets upgraded to Operation Shit. It's better than whatever. It was a long time ago, and, different cultures. Yeah, it's different when they're savages, right? Yeah, no, they're not really people. We've been over this. Yeah, no, your attempt to be passionate about something you don't understand means you're fucking... Can your boyfriend have 1,000,000 sex slaves? Whoa, he's a person. I mean, he's your property, just like the Queen makes property of people. Right? Yeah, no, bitches are kind of fucking sleazy like that. Goddamn Luftwaffe subunits coming in. You better look out your window, Queen bitchy. Those subs are gonna crawl up on you dreadnoughts any minute now. Any day now. Could be tomorrow, could be yesterday, one of these days. Those metal sharks are gonna creep up out of the water anywhere, anytime, anyhow, no matter where you are in the Dutch Indies to the French Netherlands. Oh, bitch will come up in the British harbors of Bristol. This retarded fucking cunt bag of a queen is gonna be scared of water soon. Oh man, that'd be pretty fucking funny. ironically, that's still better for so-called girl power. You'll see when it comes. Oh yeah, plug her in. We need more girl power. This is 18 megawatts. The manpower. Plug it in.
This form is redundant.
Obviously, I'm going to spend a few hours bitching at the Queen. And really, I don't know if it seems excessive, or the amount of shit you threw at someone else might seem excessive, or well, it's a coincidence that Britain and Germany are always at the top of the list on each side of the Axis or Allies charter, right? I mean, you know America's got more at that time. Is it just a matter of courtesy to put Britain at the top? Is it really closer? France is closer, and France has some motherfucking hardcore Baker sniper motherfuckers that didn't even need no one to say, brah. It's like, I already have the sniper. Oh, wait, where's the... I can't do the accent. Now I sound like a fucking Italian or something, trying to do a French accent in England, but it's close enough that this motherfucking croissant man knows exactly how to put the bullets in the croissant so I can take it to your jail cell before you get out inside enemy territory after the Black Ops mission. That's why this guy's a good fucking sniper. Exactly why, but if I had to guess, I'd say it's the Queen trying to destroy the Viking race to make sure no one could build a fucking underwaterboot or a boat that could best the fucking Monitor Dreadnought, right? You know what? There's different ways to use racism to kill everyone. Or whatever, yeah. Why would a white person be racist against white people? Well, it depends how good you are at building the Monitor Dreadnoughts or the underwater boats. That doesn't make sense. It's because you don't know what racism is. Relax, brah. If I was concerned, you'd know I was already past being concerned about that. In the context is what I'm saying. All I'm saying is, we did build submarines before you did. They just didn't work. Yeah, I know, right? Laugh it up. But what is just a storm cover? It's never been underwater. World's oldest submarine. No, man. Submersible, the little fucking ball with the drill of TNT. Oh, yeah, man. This is not even a suicide bomb. This guy, I don't know if he's supposed to swim out through the vent or some shit. I get the feeling some of this stuff wasn't properly designed from the get-go. It was more like, we need something now. Okay, operation, whatever. But something, yeah, well, occasionally, whatever. No. Yeah, no, you get it. You get it. Even a British man would have built a submarine that sank her fucking Monitor Dreadnought eventually. Fucking Niles Crane would have built the ship that would have sank her Dreadnought eventually. Even try to hire some Viking guys to build it for him to do it fast, right? Or work, you know what I'm saying? If they could cooperate in building it, no, that's the smarter way to do it. Oh yeah, no, bro, you might be surprised if the world conspiracy is to be racist against the blonde-haired, blue-eyed man. Suddenly you need the Latin douchebag to say to pass the Waffen SS screening. Do you have any fillings? Oh man, I'm gonna have to replace those with new teeth. You might be surprised when a straight-up Nazi tells you don't have enough genetic diversity for that specific branch of the fucking Imperator division of the subnautical network. I mean, it is separate, but I mean, you'd be like, but brah, I'm supposed to have less. Like, brah, you're on the wrong side of the spectrum, comrade. Oh no, now they can give you the raincoat and go fix the Kursk. Well, at least then you'll know what the fuck some of this stuff does. If that sounds confusing or paradoxical, it means you really don't know anything about, like, any of the things you're bitching about here. I'm willing to talk about it, but if you're just gonna bitch and Google dicks all over it, what else am I supposed to say? I hope you can understand why I appreciate that this straight-up Nazis had, engineered the Queen's absolute nightmare catastrophe apocalypse of her entire slave empire in like the snap of a fingers as soon as one of these things hit the water. It is impressive as a scientist, and if you think that's racist, it means you're willing to enslave the entire human race to make yourself seem like a better person. If you think about it, and if you don't know why, it means you're also ignorant about it, and if you don't even want to go back to watch something here that I already talked about to explain it, means you're also negligent, because, right, it can just get worse and worse and worse the more you bitch. You might even get the meta-narrative by now. Holy shit. Yeah, no, really. I know it probably seemed cool to, like, win a war. I don't know if you felt like you saved some people or your own country. No, man. For a lot of us, we were fighting the Queen's galactic empire that was destroying the entire globe and enslaving everyone, and, like, this is why these guys were doing this, basically, and that's what they were fighting for through a lot of this. That's why it always starts with Britain. That's why it's always Britain at the top. That's why it's always Britain calling you bitching on the phone, going, brah, it's fucking the Queen using a voice analyzer. I don't fucking doubt it, man. I don't doubt she has a fucking workshop of smart bomb WMD Terminator shit. She sits there all day fucking around with it with her fucking, oh god, man, spin doctor extraordinaire. She's been finger puppet fucking everyone in your White House. Not everyone, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I know, about crazy bitch. Someone better fucking drop some big motherfucking bombs on that place sometime soon. Guys, Over in England, mate. No, proper, right? Remember the tactical nuke? Yes, the tactical nuke has a dial on it. I can measure the explosion to the picometer and assure that even someone who lost their newspaper near the building should have a 90% chance of surviving if they step 2 steps closer, but not 3. If you want to preserve the hedging around the gardens, I can dial it down to that amount. If you want me to demolish some of the hedging as well in the process, I can turn it up to that amount. I could also underestimate within the hedging itself, but you would have to judge the value of the hedging and the shrubbery properly before we did this. I don't even doubt one of you guys would be like, dude, just use the big motherfucking bomb, mate. Yeah, no, straight up, don't even fucking risk it, my big motherfucking bomb, and make sure it's fucking good and dead. Yeah, I mean, for you guys, you were on a quest to, you know, kill the Vikings like the Queen ordered so that no one could build the underwater boat. It was advertised to you as the great death weapon that you should be terrified of, the underwater boat. You did as the Queen told you to destroy the underwater boat and the people who create the underwater boat, and to have you convinced that they are the ones enslaving the Dutch Indies when, oh boy, you might start to see it now. For us, it was all about ass-raping the Queen with a rusty nail bat. I don't know, fucking, you know, this guy probably would say it was like, you know, a conquest of freedom and revolution. For me, it's just a fucking rusty... And, you know... Just to be clear, in case my last joke, I hope you're, yes, Queen's vagina category. That was the cunt file, yes, it's a separate file. Separate folder, separate, fucking goddamn separate agency in another state. Yeah, no, it's fucking a lot of complicated paperwork just to talk to the guy. Yeah, no, it's never gonna get dealt with, don't worry. Oh, she's lost in the red tape of fucking, oh, you know what that is, man, the red tape. You guys fucking invented it. Oh god, no, well, you stole it from us. Anyway. No, I know there's actual scientists in Britain who probably could build an underwater boat. Take a guess, they're fucking hiding from the Queen's anus. Yeah, no shit, they didn't want anyone to know they could build an underwater boat. As soon as she was robbed of all of her empire of slaves and heroin, then the HMS was able to build the underwater boat freely without the Queen being scared of her own empire building underwater boat. That's how paranoid she was getting about her fucking crack, heroin, and sex orgies. Straight up, I told you, she went from 1 to 9. If she went to 10, that would be a Saxon Inquisition within your border, and she'd go through with the whole fucking Redcoat army to get all the Saxons out of there. Anyone up to a 10th or a 20th, I don't know. But yeah, you guys were about to turn into Franco's fucking goddamn... You'd be waiting for Portugal at that point. Some people still don't understand why a white person would need to... Not want to, but have a need to be racist to the whiter person. Well, there are different kinds of white people. Yeah, and some people tend to build underwater boats. You know what? I'm measuring what I observe. We talked about this. It's odds, statistics, probability. It's kind of like Russian army versus French army, right? I'm fucking gambling at a really shitty casino or fucking somewhere, you know what I'm saying? It's just if I had to place my bet here or there, I would bet on fucking Odovaker building the underwater boat. And guess what? Motherfucker built the underwater boat. All I could do was build a fucking little hamster ball that didn't even work. Oh, after he built underwater boat, we salvage and reverse engineer and build motherfucking nuclear sub-boomer warfare division. That's how we do that. I already explained this. It was the meta-narrative of the guy running into his office trying to light a cigarette on the elevator talking about the boomer warfare division. You probably remember that, but you might not understand why anything was ever important. It's Operation whatever. Alright, yeah, back to the other case file. My god, dark-hand Serbian assassins. Got a feel... The Vatican's pretty close to the Serbian assassin base, right? Oh, but no, they're not affiliated. Yeah, no, right, we're in a... Yeah, well, man, if you can't keep up, no wonder we've been kicking your ass for 10,000 years. Not 10,000, maybe 4,000. I don't know, how many thousands of years have you been doing something? So they did their job better than you did at anything above it related to it so far. If you want to prove me wrong, you gotta go to motherfucking Spain and figure out how big Pan's Labyrinth is. What about the armies, then? We had one example before. Do you remember that one? If it comes down to which army's gonna quit first, I'm sorry, Francais, but Russian people don't know how. It's not in their dictionary, and it almost killed them more than once. Guys, you gotta put safety precaution and a few things like that in your dictionary. Sometimes, you gotta turn it down to 9 instead of 11. Yeah, no, straight up. And Mr. France, it depends if I need someone to sneak some bullets in through a croissant to the... Right? Come on, fucking Yakov, can you sneak bullets in a croissant? This guy can do some shit you can't do. And, you know, speaking of Russians, Viking Mongolians, I mean, at least approximately not, you know, they're pretty good with the subs. The Mongolian side is pushing them a little too hard. No, they're trying to ride submarines like Mongolian warhorses. Straight up, prove me wrong. And Putin checked his phone for that one. No, straight up, Putin. Yeah, just, I don't know, drop in by the naval yard one day, fucking give the guy a smoke. They'll be like, yeah, no, dude, I hope you realize your people probably like you a lot more than the last 20 presidents we've had here. I mean, how much anyone here has liked the last, like, 100 presidents. I mean, maybe approximately. I mean, you could basically just tell your admirals one joke, that they shouldn't be riding them nuclear subs like a Mongolian warhorse. I guarantee you he's gonna put a note in his book saying, yeah, no, you're right. Occasionally you gotta get the stirrups locked in on that shit before you dive. How it'll sound, but I'm pretty sure all of our cultures have come across this at some point. We just didn't have the extended experience that you guys did, but, you know, even with Saracen knights or Christian knights in Jerusalem, yeah, no. Horses have advantages and disadvantages, but the main advantage of a horse, motherfucker has a mind of its own. Yeah, imagine your car had, like, artificial intelligence. Fucking this horse has actual intelligence. Yeah, straight up, that's the difference. Motherfucking submarine don't even have, you know, virtual intelligence. Right? You know, you guys know what that means. A tank has, like, no intelligence, but that means it'll do absolutely anything you tell it to. Right? It'll crash right through a wall of brimstone hellfire. Your horse won't do that. It'll run away before you can tell it to do that. Right, you guys probably know, so you gotta apply this to your fucking nuclear boomer sub-warfare division and not be riding them damn nuclear subs like a Mongolian warhorse. Yeah, no, you guys get it. Yeah, no, Yakov, I think you get it, and I hate to preach this to you to have taken this for granted, but yeah, don't take your horses for granted, right? When you're not on the horse, you gotta think twice as hard. Yeah, that horse was doing half the math for you, bud. I hope now you can see how distinguishing races without ignorance can be a lot more productive than being ignorant of everything and, you know, Operation whatever. I really want to argue how I might know the semantic differences without analyzing specimens first. The point is, they thought it was funny and they laughed and they're going to remember it. Now, I could predict that much and I was right. Do you know how to make these guys laugh in an underwater boat? I don't know. We might as well finish dissecting this before moving forward. I'm sure someone's got something in their mind about it, right? Yeah, no, like I said, anyone could build a submarine, brah. Hey, straight up, we built a submarine, brah. Forgot to put a fucking door in it. No, you see what I mean? Like, have you ever made a pizza, Mario? No, you'll make the shittiest pizza in Italy, man. Oh yeah, straight up, brah. I can make a better pizza than you. Is that a fucking, it's some kind of magic quantum vortex to another fucking Higgs boson dimension? Motherfucker, that's Luigi's Mansion. Yeah, that's where that pizza, that's the thin crust square pizza. Oh, man. Someone's thinking it. Yeah, no, straight up. The pizza? It's why these guys tolerate us. I know I annoy the shit out of these guys. But when we make it a pizza, it's enough. It's enough of the payment. That's why anyone tolerates us. But you know what? Yeah, we got it a pizza. Exactly. Fucking Nazi pizza. Yeah, no, we'll get back to World War I. I'm almost done with the fucking case file here. Yeah, we're down to a couple suspects. We already explored the motive of the fucking, you know, Zaruski fucking double mint twin bra, the one who's actually sort of good at chess. Vatican's definitely where the Vatican is, and Serbia Black Hand straight up where the Serbia is. But yeah, no correlation with or without absence of evidence, either or. Straight up Ottomans holding down the Quickie Mart in Constantinople. Motherfuckers got it on lockdown. That's the, you know, when you walk in and they got the fucking radar shit. Yeah, no, straight up. No one can possibly rob that Quickie Mart unless they destroyed it. You know what I mean? In order to rob it, you'd need to destroy it. It's kind of counterintuitive when it comes down to whether to blow up a Quickie Mart or not. Oh, I know, we've been blowing up the Quickie Marts of fucking Serbia. Yeah, we'll get there. This is the thing. Remember, they were able to fight back. It wasn't just a massacre, right? It was more of a really stupid decision by a crazy man with a crazy hat. The Français are fucking holding their ground. Not that they have much choice. They can go to the sex factory in Spain. At least Franco's go, right? They're crawling over the mountains. We need to get to this sex factory. Or they could show them how to build a good one. Yeah, no, straight up, guys. But then, I mean, you know what I'm saying. I don't know. Is finishing exploring, finishing hammering in the motives behind all this for, yeah, no, like, in a way, I do think about what, you know, your guys' motive was. Neither of us were in World War I imagine. Were you in World War I, young man or woman? Yeah, I doubt it. No, we theorize, philosophize, and like I said, it's like, obviously you can't blame me for killing Serbian people, but as far as we're philosophizing in this with actual theories, now I do have to account for the fact that I'm fucking up Serbia because some douchebag in a fucked up hat is telling me to, and I'll probably get shot if I don't shoot, right? We gotta find a staircase to push this guy down. I can make it look like an accident. Yeah, no, I think you get it, like, you know, as you, whatever, we observe each other's fucking propaganda, however you want to fucking cut it. Oh, pun. Oh, man. I'm just saying, like, you probably get that we you know, fucking hell. I forget this guy's name every time. The guy we're supposed to be listening to and the guy with the crazy hat. Yeah, oh, right? Like, god damn, my brain refuses to remember their names. Yeah, you probably get it. I'm trying to get rid of the fucking Queen's aunt, fucking Veronica, fucking Heisenberger. That's about as far as my brain is willing to extend into my other brain to find any information on this fat fucker. We're trying to kick them out first and foremost. The first thing we did was the fucking 20 football trophy NFC champion mastership, man. Top priority was to make sure that motherfucker did not join this group of old Haggerty. Yeah, right? Oh, one of them's actually a crazy badass. No, now they're all crippled old people. Obviously, we still got some work to do. But straight up, can thank me and Dude Bra, you ain't gonna ever have to deal with the Master Huntsman Lord of Ladies motherfucker. 20 football trophies, NFC championship, 10 years running. Motherfucker's gonna break you in half with his fingers. Now no one has to worry about it. I don't know, it's still my going theory that someone in the entire empire, probably a low-ranking officer, mid-ranking officer, probably not the highest ranking, yeah, right? It's not gonna be the general. He's getting a sweet deal, right? Maybe not a colonel, more like a fucking lieutenant major, sergeant major, something with a major, fucking major dickweed, like, you know, something like that. Fucking yeah. You know what I mean? It's not a lieutenant, and it's not the 5-star general. It's something like the lieutenant major or the fucking sergeant, like fucking bombardier colonel, some crazy sideways shit like that. That's where you find this office, but I don't know where it is. Whatever the balance would lie between having enough access or means, yeah, right, means, motive, means and opportunity. There you go. He needed enough skill, training, talent, experience to have the means, but not so much 5-star general master huntsman shit going on that he would have no opportunity because he would never be alone, even from the Lord of Ladies bitch hunting, right? Whatever bitch is hanging off his arm. Straight up, when you're that ballin' as the Lord of Ladies, bitch, sometimes I gotta not have the Lord of Ladies going on. That's why sometimes the shit doesn't work. I mean, a guy like him would be like too famous. Yeah, no, right? He's got to work double time to have any privacy in that sense. All the bitches are going to be hanging off the Lord of Ladies. So no, it's got to be somewhere in the middle. Someone might even be thinking it's kind of like cruel or ironic, or, you know, that Lord of Ladies motherfucker with the 20 football trophies, 10 years running shit. You know, he probably would be a fucking great politician, Dude Bra, altogether. You know, in a perfect world, we would have fucking put Imperator on that guy when shit got imperative and helped him realize when it wasn't. Straight up, it could have been tight. Problem is, he's a royal. Blue blood fucking extermination procedures. We couldn't go too close to him, he couldn't come too close to us. Right? That's the game we play out here, and it's dangerous. And the fucking Queen's vagina is a fucking badger's fucking, you know, rabid claws of death. You probably get it. Yeah, no, it's a little complicated with the politics and all this war going on. But I hope you man, if you can realize you've literally just been following the Queen's vagina for 50 years, or, you know, maybe your whole society has been puppeteered by the fucking spin doctor extraordinaire queen bitch of the universe. Yeah, no, there's a reason she looks like such a nasty fucking grumpy cunt every time you've ever seen her in your life. She will never forget the day she owned everyone in this planet and all the crack and opium. Don't be too stubborn as to think she wouldn't tweak out one day, full 10, and go on one of them Spanish Inquisitions for every fucking Viking on the planet just to make sure the slight odds of an underwater boat, or you might even get it, she doesn't even know what the fuck to expect. She don't know it's gonna be an underwater boat until her fucking ship starts sinking, right? Any boat, that's the thing. The paranoia, Vikings are good at building boats. You know why? Because they like to build boats, and they've been building boats for a long fucking time of building boats. right? I've been making a pizza for 5,000 years. I'm not even 32 years, right? No, straight up, time is relative. I'll condense 5 million years into 2 if that's what it takes to make the best pizza. We all do things a little differently, but the more time you spend doing this shit, it's like practice makes almost perfect sometimes once in a while. It's a lot better than Project Whatever. You probably get it, because you're only one aspect of her whole web of fucking spindly fucking spider silk. You know, she owns all the races, all the people, all the drugs, all the crack, all the heroin, all the everything, all the time, motherfucker. That's why she's such a grumpy, nasty bitch all the time now. She will never forget what she had and lost due to her own dumb, bullshit, negligent bitch. That's what it is. And I will fucking torment her till the fucking day she dies, because she deserves less fucking mercy or fucking sympathy than anyone on this planet ever has. And I'm sure you get it. No, all she wanted was the best motherfucking boat. Monitor Dreadnought's the best boat. That's it. Kill all the scientists and make sure no one builds another boat. Bitch, she will do whatever it takes to get all the crackin' bitches every day. Bitch is crazy. Just look at it this way. She does make every other drug dealer, pimp, or whatever look like a fucking kid on a playground compared to how successful she was at it, so if you want to edgelord on the girl power, no, it's not girl power, that's when we plug you into the 18 megawatts and the system shuts down when they plug me in. Motherfucking magnets or something in the Zerg formula. No, it's something else. God, this makes sense. Yeah, no. We're back to our map here. No, you've been thinking about it, looking at it while I'm showing you all these crazy hats, and now you actually know what these fucking people look like, and you'll recognize them. Even the Master Huntsman, Lord of Ladies, motherfucking you can recognize his mustache. Yeah, a guy like that is too famous. Yeah, in case you're wondering, that is definitely the poster child of the most interesting man in Austria and or Hungary. It's a damn fucking shame we had to hire the fucking Lucian LeChance Dark Brotherhood listener master assassinator to fucking gangland execution style blow his bitch's brains out and that motherfucker all over the sidewalk. Yeah, no, that was hard. Did you guys even think about the Tsarina thing? My god, you try to forget. Now, some of you, one of you, any of you, fucking queen on the puppet string, Fanga, man. No, you get it. Even the more you like, when there's World War, oh, the Queen. That's not, you know, England. Yeah, here's a video of some British guy. Yeah, no. England, the Queen, motherfucker. But leading up to this, and don't think that power vacuums didn't draw Pope Don Diablo or some other motherfucking Tom Cruise to Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't even know. That guy's probably got too much integrity to stand for this shit, I wouldn't doubt. Girl pretend to be pregnant in a dumb comedy movie, but this is too much. Too ridiculous, as in worthy of the ridicule. Yeah, I don't know, man. All you have to do is not assume that it should always be England. You know what I'm saying? No. When any war is from before or after up to when she fell off the crown from the nuclear subs, man. Oh, you better bow down to the U-boat fucking Nazi swastika war division with the fucking Kremlin nukes. God damn, I hope you realize that Nazis saved you from racial slavery. Like, that's not a joke. That's not buzzword slang twist around. Oh man. It's all here. I'll try to summarize. The German engineers who constructed underwater boats, regardless of their fucking, do you care about your government mandates at your construction job? Does Tucker Carlson have an influence on the 2x4s you buy at the fucking store? No, he doesn't. Motherfucker builds an underwater boat. He's just a Viking building a longboat, but this one goes underwater. Straight up. It was statistically probable that he would do it first. I wouldn't doubt it. It's where I'd place the money on, just like Mr. En Francais sneaking bullets in and out of anywhere with a croissant, motherfucker. They didn't even see it. Motherfucker assassination, motherfucker take a croissant, and motherfucker didn't even know what happened before he was gone. Different people are good at different things, like not knowing when to give up or knowing when to learn how. Hypothetical. If Binder started making a pizza, and I started making a pizza, which one would you pay for before it was ready with the last of your money and someone else is waiting on it and they're gonna bitch if it ain't a good one? If you want a groundbreaking new form of curry, I'd take Binder's pizza. If you wanted a pizza, goddamn, I hope you fucking bought mine first. Yeah, no, straight up, I understand if you want, like, groundbreaking Dr. Thrax fucking without the poison. No, I'm saying, like, no, this guy could make you a curry no one's ever had before. I'll make you a pizza you had every time before, and we'll be pissed off if it's not the same one you had every time before. I think I'd narrow down the suspects in our last profile here. No, Keep up, man. You might get out of that tax receipt room at the FBI building. Fucking goddamn. It's gonna say, oh man. It's gonna say asbestos, or, yeah, I don't know, oh my god. We want more asbestos. Motherfuckers are ripping me off. I didn't get enough asbestos. Anyway. Yeah, no. We're ruled out almost everyone except for, yeah, mid-ranking officer and me or Dude Bras, most likely, yeah, well, this is the thing, it'd be easier for the mid-ranking officer here to do it here and there to do it there. Right? Dude, I still can't remember. Kaiser fucking Wilhelm. Yeah, no, I'm gonna forget in 5 minutes, because why the fuck would I ever need to know that fucker's name? It's fucking it's imperative that I forget who the fuck that person is the second I stop talking. Straight up, I've tagged him as the Queen's aunt, and that's how I'll remember him until he's fucking dead. Fucking anti-bitch-tard. Now, anyway, I know you're thinking, what if it was some guy in Italy or some guy? Yeah, no, just think about what you're saying, brah. Remember, you know, Master Huntsman, Lord of Ladies? Yeah, we had a quite direct, you know, sort of insider information on the situation there. If some guy decided to assassinate an Imperator, my fucking old man would have tumbled down the stairs and fucking Lord of Ladies would have been on the throne the next day. Yeah, whoever did this, again, needed enough information to have the means, but not Lord of Ladies mustache fucking hanging bitches hanging off you every corner to be so famous you could never pull this off without everyone immediately knowing about it. No, I mean, even Binder had a long time realizing that Constantinople wasn't a constant pool. You know, he thought he was looking for a constant pool. He didn't understand where the fuck Constantinople was. Yeah, you think he's gonna figure out the Serbian Assassin Guild? Yeah, straight up, he could probably kill one of those motherfuckers, but goddamn, how the fuck is he gonna find Serbia if he can't find Constantinople in a constant pool? Fucking, I don't know, man. It's kind of like a Hip-Hop Anonymous. It's where you go when you can't stop rapping. Yeah, no, I didn't even know what that was until I saw a hippopotamus. Anyway. No, don't worry. The profile's almost done, right? Dude, where's your profile? Right? You're waiting for me to finish your homework. Like, come on, dude. It's getting boring. No, straight up. We're uncovering more each time. At least now I hope you understand why some guy from Tuscany, even if he is from Tuscany, may not know everything about the Lord of Ladies Master Huntsman of the Austria-Hungary. He's not the Lord of Ladies of Italy. No, yeah, right? No, he's Lord of Ladies of Austria-Hungary. The most interesting man in either or, and both. Even German people probably think he's cool, or would have, key word. Yeah, it wasn't easy, but it had to be done Imperator. Now I am not Imperator, that's the distinction. So yeah, really, I would think that, you know, someone with enough exposure to this sort of information, like, say, a similar mid-range officer in Kaiser, I don't know what the fuck Kaiser does with his Wilhelm. No, straight up, it's probably not as organized as the shit got when you got upgraded. Yeah, I don't know, man. You guys fucking going around, like, right? I don't know if you're called Ulans or, like, right? Fucking hell, man. Is the H silent? Like, yeah, right? I'm trying to figure out Sergeant Major. Is Ulan Mostraten? Yeah, fucking hell. I don't speak a lot of German, but I know, like, 3 words. Fucking hell. If you thought hell was Latin, no, in Latin it's inferus, like the fire, yeah, inferus, or yeah, something like that. They just say fucking hell. So, like I said, I know about 3 words of German, it's fucking hell. Yeah, I know, I don't doubt that Binder would have motive to help us, but again, he's smart enough not to go fucking running balls deep into Switzerland without realizing he was supposed to be going to Slovenia. Yeah, no, yeah, after the whole constant pole thing, or, right? He made note of constant pole or pool or whatever the fuck constant pools. Black Sea ain't really a constant pool. At least he learned about. That's how he figured out the Black Sea. It was unrelated anyway. No, you get it. He's got the motive, but not the means. He's got the means, but not the motive. Not many people even got the opportunity. Fucking Double Mint Twin up in Zaruski didn't have the opportunity unless, what, you think one of his Cossacks figured this out? Motherfucker, yeah, right? No, that's close. But he wouldn't have he would not know all the details of the Master Huntsman, Lord of Ladies across the fucking continent. Know what I'm saying? Yeah, no. Even a French spy who could put a bullet in a croissant would probably be observant enough to remember. Oh, he'd recognize the guy straight up. Oh yeah, right, even his outfit. He'd be like, the fabric, fucking the stylist, like right on. No, I don't doubt he would identify the man and know enough about the man. Opportunity, Francais. Yeah, it might be hard to sneak into a German bar in Austria or Hungary somewhere, right? Yeah, en Francais, man's gonna stick out like a sore thumb. Yeah, right? Who could it be? Crazy bitch Queen Britain? I did think about it for a brief moment before realizing, yeah, no, this is, she doesn't want this to happen. Yeah, that's why she's having the worst PMS fucking conniption fit of her life, and it's just getting started. Oh, those underwater boats will sneak out of the water. All your fucking dreadnoughts are gonna sink randomly when you're least expecting it. It'll be right when you have to go to the bathroom. Oh, she'll have to take a huge dump, like, in the morning, straight up, and fucking as soon as she sits down, and yeah, that's when your boat's gonna start sinking. Yeah, right? Oh, yeah. Funniest part is, no, she's straight up scared of the ocean now. Scared of water now. She hides in her little fucking, oh man. Yeah, she's hiding in England somewhere, bitch. We can still come up on the beaches of Bristol, motherfucker. Oh, yeah. Bet some of these motherfuckers forgot where Bristol is. Sure, you understand why either of us, or both of us, enjoy tormenting this bitch with the idea of sneaking up on her tiny little island with nuclear submarines full of fucking bunker busting hellfire all over her bitch, and yeah, right? Anytime, any day, any second, if we so decide. It's purely a matter of courtesy that we don't. As in, courtesy to the normal, like, you know, people who live there. Yeah, no, some British dude who, like, fucking, whatever, pumping gas in a fucking corner store that doesn't have gas pumps. Hey, man, at least he's trying. Sure, even that bitch is smart enough to realize what that means. If her people so vote for this to happen and clear the area, straight up, any big motherfucking bomb you want. Have you seen the fucking menu, bud? Take your pick. As long as any person in England hears this at some point, yeah, no, you guys do have direct control over her life right now. No, yeah, bitch, your citizens hold the keys to your cell now. At any moment, they could vote to have your entire palace destroyed by a big motherfucking bomb, small motherfucking bomb, little motherfucking particles, big motherfucking particles. Mix and match on the menu, bud. We'll make any big motherfucking bomb you want for this one. I'll make it fucking shoot out a bunch of glowy, sparkly things, too, if you want. Fucking Gandalf style. I was going to mention this earlier, but I think it's actually more relevant now. Or yeah, I meant to mention it at some point, and it happens to be relevant now. Either or, whichever is more convenient for you. Well, I guess, yeah, right? Well, which direction should I approach from first? Basically, quite a few documentaries. This is something that's easy to research. There's a lot of material available, but a lot of it is still somewhat inconclusive, obviously. Little details, blah, blah, blah. Point is, this Black Hand Serbia, yeah, right? This is, as you can guess, this is bordering on Colonel Hoppy's rabbit holes. They don't know much, and straight up Dark Hand, Lucien Lechant's fucking Dark Listener, I would expect him not to leave much evidence, but it's a little bit of blooders. Yeah, right? No, there's a reason we can't Google this guy's work history. Yeah, no, straight up, that is to be expected. So yeah, straight up, well, who were they? Who hired them? No wonder no one knows, and we're playing this ridiculous speculation game between bouncing back and forth between threatening this bitch with fucking caveman hellfire nukes from a fucking boomer sub. It's hiding in Bristol, bitch. It's hiding off all the fucking anywhere. You can run to any coast in England, Ireland, Saxony. Oh, well, you got a fucking boomer waiting for you, bitch. Anytime you put your toe in the water, fucking sharks are gonna snap your toes off. To make her excessively paranoid and have an anxiety attack. We can do this about every 20 minutes, and eventually she'll probably have a heart attack. I mean, whatever. Eventually she'll die. That's the point. I hope, you know, I wasn't joking. I will torment this nasty, disgusting bitch who called herself the Queen of England until the day she dies. She is a nasty, disgusting, retarded, fat cunt, and I will fucking tell her that every hour of every day if I must. If I ever see her, talk to her, must and or. If fucking some British douchebag wants to cut my head off, at least you got some balls. This bitch just has a I'm not the only one, man. There's fucking hundreds of people on the planet waiting and itching for the opportunity to fucking slit this bitch's throat the second anyone allows them to. Fucking citizens got the keys. If enough British people say do it, it'll be fucking done before she wants. Like, that's it, bitch. Anything. Fucking, what do you want us to do to this woman? We'll figure it out. Making it clear, the ball is in your court. You very much have the keys to her cell. If you want rusty baseball bats right up her ass, that's what I'll do. Fucking straight up. I thought you guys hated Nazis. Yeah, right? Didn't even know what you hated. Yeah, no, right? This is the thing. When you actually hate someone, This is too much fun to stop. Again, I'll think of a million ways to call a fucking, yeah, no, bitch, can't get away from me or any of these fuckers. You're trapped on a little fucking prison ship now in your bitch island. Yeah, no, we will never let up this woman. We will torment her till the fucking second she dies. We'll piss on her grave and shit on her fucking ashes and curse her name till the day the universe implodes. That's how you fucking, yeah. If you don't feel that way about me or this guy, start to think about the Dutch Indies or something, brah. In case anyone thinks that that is cruel, that's exactly the point. We're trying to be as cruel as possible until she dies. That's kind of what hating someone... If you don't feel that way, you probably don't hate the person, right? On a political level, this way she'll never fucking go to Italy. Ever. Because she knows that, whoa, right? No, yeah, she will never go to Italy. And she will never go to Germany. She will go to Canada, though. And she'll start flapping her fat ass around and fucking... I don't know, man. I'm officially out of things to say. I'm gonna have to think of something more clever at this point. That's how you know, yeah. Maybe we've beaten this dead horse to the point of fucking atomic vapor. Yeah, it's when I literally have nothing left to say. That's how I know I've had enough for, I'll think of something eventually. Anyway, no, as for the profile, that's it. It's as far as I can go before more wild speculation. Clearly, the official records are Lucien Lachance. You're lucky to get Lucien Lachance. It's fucking Niels Lupress. It's literally just a guy's name and the face of a man who, face of a fucking thug killer is what that is. Hardcore thug killer. I'm not saying it's good, bad, but if you ever claim to be the thug killer, that's the motherfucking thug killer thug, blowing bitches' brains out, fucking street, fucking, yeah, right on the streets, man. Boom, bitch, and boom. Take some balls, man. I mean, whatever. I mean, yeah, right? You can spin it any way you want. I mean, in public, you're gonna get busted. You can't escape. Yeah, no one's coming to pick you up. Yeah. Everyone's gonna want to execute, treat you worse than we're treating the queen right now and be like, whoa, whatever, operation, motherfucking, whatever. So yeah, I hope you get it by now. As for the profiles, on one hand, I know exactly when that bitch is gonna crack. I could fucking quantize it to the fucking picometer. Bitch, the second, oh yeah, we know, second the U-boats hit the water, she won't know till she's sinking. As for the other one, it's nothing definitive on who may have hired these people, and, the default hipster douchebag backup on this to try to play it free, or guess, or somewhere near the Swiss neutral zone is to say, oh yeah, this mysterious group sort of did it of their own volition, right? Like, no. Yeah, no. These guys aren't politicians. They don't work for Tucker Carlson. Yeah, no. People hire them for exorbitant amounts of wealth, millions of dollars, for a problem that costs billions of dollars. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Would you rather spend billions of dollars or millions of dollars, right? Yeah, no, this is top of the line, fucking almost as legit as it gets. This is on par with Hashashin, and I don't even fucking doubt it. So we set up a quickie mart out here for us. Yeah, straight up Binder set up the Hashishi fucking Binder assassin mart here. God damn, don't think that motherfucker ain't gonna show up with nothing but Salalulalemon. Oh my god, we gotta look. Oh, yeah, right? Bitch, you know what happens when that fucker rapes you. Nothing you can do. Right? Oh, who was it? That doesn't make sense. That's not a Salalulalemon. Are you mocking us, ma'am? Now you're breaking the law now. You missed that or thought this is just a dumb joke. No, that man is very real. He spent, a majority of his life, 40, 50 plus years, kidnapping and raping and imprisoning every woman he could find. There's thousands of them. Yeah, it's not a joke. I don't know if you think, this guy here is worse. I mean, we did kill a few people. This bitch has killed billions of millions of people, right? Yeah, I don't know, man. If you want to talk about people having been dead and killed or whatever, I've only come close to that line a couple times. This guy probably knows more than I do on that end of it, you know what I'm saying? I'm more, I could teach you about bullshit fucking conflict, logic, fucking people bitching at me and shit. Yeah, I'd probably be a better lawyer than this guy. But I don't doubt this guy could probably kill a few more people than I could before we both didn't have no fingers left kind of thing. You look up Salalulalemon of the Ottoman Turks, one of their first emperors. Oh yeah, no, before you go bitching at him, he wrote a whole book about how you're supposed to enjoy him raping you. And all the experts agree that it's true. Sophisticated archaeologists are like, oh, no, you have to enjoy that. Yeah, like, that's what it means. That's if you disagree, it means you don't even understand this basic science of, when this fucker rapes you, you have to enjoy it. No, he has constructed a whole universe in which he may rape anyone anytime and no one may ever disagree. That's, people can do this if they try hard enough, and he tried harder than anyone ever has. Grandmaster Lord of all rapists, essentially. Love doctor, you might say. And you can tell it's the real deal Because the experts will always say it's not really rape. Yeah, no, it's not, you know, it's not quite the same. This is different, because this guy, yeah, no one says no to this guy, bitch. You gotta love every minute of everything he ever wanted, did a dead a dud. Mo bitches, motherfucker want mo bitches. Millions of bitches, billions of billions of bitches, motherfucker. Yeah, some guy out there is fucking couldn't get enough until the day he died. His name was Salalololololomon. Something very similar. Yeah, no, could you imagine, you know, locked in that man's castle? Here comes fucking all the bitches, shoves his dick in your ear, and he's like, bitch, you must love it all, blah, shoves something into your fucking whatever. Yeah, no, all the time, anytime, random time, back and forth, in and out, 10 more bitches show up, bitch, and whoa, man, this guy's got 10 more dicks coming out. Fucking who knows, man, this guy probably never ran out. No, entire, you know, many experts in cultures and societal theory, a lot more people agree that you have to like whatever he does to you than you could ever say about him before you ever said anything. He wrote the book on how to rape everyone and anyone forever, how to get away with raping anyone forever before you were born. It's, you know, Salalulelelemon. I don't know. I know it sounds a little crazy, but it's not a joke. Anyway, yeah, no, we're pretty much done here. Well, like I said, how far do you want me to speculate? Motherfucking Francais man sneaking in more fucking donaires or some shit? Yeah, no, yeah, motherfucker ain't sneaking donaires in with the fucking hollow rounds. Yeah, it's a little too far, Bender. Improvised explosive burritos. Yeah, no, right? That's where my brain is reaching out now that we've speculated too much. Like I said, we know exactly when the bitch is gonna crack down to the picometer. We know the Serbian dark-hand assassin Lucian Lachance was... that's about all we know, is that he was involved and, you know, got the job done and someone made the bit... Yeah, they did this for millions and millions of dollars in prestige and fucking the fact that everyone fears their black hand imprint. You know, fucking put that little handprint on you and you'll fucking fear me for the rest of your life. Yeah, that's what that's for. That's what they got and hold and use and gain and greed. That's the fucking... What do you call it? The fucking... You know... Where's your qualifications? Well, I could just show you my weapon. You know, that's level 1. Qualifications, black hand that you've seen before on 10 other dead bitches that never said anything? Bitch, that's the professional motherfucker gonna cut the heads off. So yeah, I mean, like I said, that's about all we know. And I mean, come on, if we're gonna say, yeah, this is as far as I can speculate to say, you know, which one sounds more or less likely. That this mysterious group of professional, like, top fucking brass assassins were hired as such, as top brass assassins for the Master Huntsman Lord of Ladies to be done right the first time and not risk fucking that one up. Yeah, you go for the best. Yeah, you pay $5 million for the fucking Black Hand Master fucking millions. Motherfucker can fucking kick ass in the millions. Like, whatever it takes, get her done if that's imperative. How would they decide the, like, you know what I'm saying? At that point, it's not just a group of assassins, right? Are they also philosophers, politicians, scientists, fucking motorcycle engineers, and, like, acrobatics who fucking do, I don't know, design water wheels? Like, right? No. They're clearly good at what they do. I don't doubt they have some interesting philosophies. They probably have a very small branch of government among themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like a small group of them who manage the receipts. Yeah, that's as much as anyone's allowed to say about it. Someone's got to keep track of something around here. Yeah, well, who makes sure all the money doesn't go missing from the Thieves Guild vault? Oh my god. It's like they never even used the door before. How does this thing work? Yeah, this key you gave me like 10 years ago. I don't even know how to use it. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, right? No, you get it. End of the line of speculation. What about the war? Oh, we'll get to that next time. I know, right? It's been hours just waiting for people to die. Remember, this isn't the war of awesome, cool shit. This is the war of shitting yourself to death in a trench for 4 years and slowly shaking and crying to death in your own piss and shit after... Yeah, right? That's all anyone does in this war. Except for the naval, U-boats and Jutland and Clash of Dreadnoughts. Yeah, we're gonna look at that. But we're going to have to go over the, you know, rudimentary basics of pissing and shitting yourself to death in a trench for 4 years. All I can say to cap off, yeah, the final step of or fucking speculation there is to say, I still think it's more likely, hey, maybe they had a discount, maybe they had a coupon, maybe Binder gave them a fucking double coupon down at the 7-Eleven, down at the fucking Muslim fucking Assyrian Empire border somewhere. Fucking changed it from Saracen when they doubled back the last time to Persia just for the last ticket for that shit. Could be really fucking complicated. Could be really fucking... I don't think it was just one guy with a suitcase full of money. Now, I'm sure at least a few people were scheming on this, because remember, they got to follow up on this. And yeah, right, like, kind of like what we did, but who else? I wasn't there, right? Who else would do what I was doing last time, right? That's kind of the point. My best guess of how I would get there, which one of these fuckers could get there. Really, I'm still looking at Tsar Ruski. He's just... That's a long fucking way, and yeah, the motherfucker ain't just riding off like the fucking Lord of Ladies Master Huntsman on his own. No, he's smart enough, he can't afford to fucking risk him, yeah, right? He's gotta at least take some guards with him. Oh, look at all the royal Russian guards, and yeah, it's gonna attract attention. Right? Again, it's like, he has the advantage now. Sure, you do whatever, yeah, fucking, operation whatever. He loses too many guys, he has no advantage, and oh yeah, whatever, whatever, now you lose all your cities and all your money, supplies, opium, drugs, crack, whore, thug, yeah, and he's some broke-ass motherfucker running into Mongolia. Hey, at least he has Mongolia to run into. You know the queen bitch of the universe has to run into? A fucking ocean full of sharks and nuclear fucking tank waters and fucking bunch of people who are gonna shit down her throat and fucking use a plunger to make her choke on it before I start stabbing you with a little fucking needle to death. It was just for the Queen of England, no one else. Yeah, before we get into pissing and shitting yourself to death in a trench for 4 years while you slowly drown in other people's feces and rotting corpses, it's hard to tell who had it harder. Yeah, no, really, I mean, I know that working long days and being hungry can be hard. Yeah, no, I don't know. You could go piss and shit yourself to death in a rotting bog of trench and boiling fucking feces all over you for years and fucking, yeah, right? You know it's worse. So please don't fool yourself. You can say whatever you want to any of these guys. You start telling yourself, right? I ain't never fucking been near in anything. Oh man, I can approach one aspect in a mental capacity. That's as close as I can measure through those little fucking keyholes and windows on this contraband sub. Yeah, no, I think it's pretty obvious. Yeah, no, I can't give you an answer on this one, but I can say with, what do you call it? Confident kind of certainty. I'm comfortable saying someone asked for the Black Hand. Black Hand ain't no politician. This ain't Tucker Carlson. This ain't Lou Dobbs. Bitch, if that guy was an assassin, everyone would have died the minute he became famous. You know what I mean? It would be more obvious. There'd be a fucking trail of corpses down to the Cotton Candy Road fucking candy factory. You know what I'm saying? Be fucking bitches' tits and testicles scattered all over the kids' ice cream and shit. Whatever. That's the thing. We would notice. I don't doubt it was some mid-ranking officer from either of those. This is the thing. Last thing to... Sorry, before we move on. Well, you might think, wouldn't one of the blue guys try to wipe out one of the red guys? Right? Not if they knew the queen bitch of the universe was gonna have a fucking nuclear meltdown when she ran out of fucking heroin. Yeah, no, this guy's got 50 slave colonies. He knows what's up with the fucking bitches, pimps, and heroin. Yeah, Francais, you know what's up with the bitches, pimps, and heroin. He's got 50 fucking colonies of slaves. You think he's gonna jeopardize 300 of hers over a fucking rock of crack cocaine and some heroin for this bitch? Yeah, no, I don't know, man. Yeah, she definitely deserves more sympathy than the people who aren't humans. Oh my god, you guys are fucking Nazis. Yeah, right? And British people who stand up for the Queen, I mean, those... And they don't even deserve the title of Nazi. More like shit weasel fucking shit down their throat next with 1,000 needles. This guy's just a national socialist who built an underwater boat that saved whole fucking world from global domination. Yeah, no, I hope you get it. That bitch ruled the world with a Monitor dreadnought. And the only thing that could stop it was underwater boat from Nazi fucking Himmler here. So my god, if you don't thank the Nazis for saving your freedom and the freedom of all races and love of the humans, you're fucking racist, retarded fucking cuntbag who's ignorant of all hell and shit. I hope you realize that. Next, we'll talk about how you guys fucked over the Jews a lot more than we did. I got proof. Do you? We can finally get into the exciting stagnant stalemate battles. Oh, we'll get to the naval battles. Yeah, we'll get to the actual war. But I'm sure you get it. Now we've covered all the fucking possible bullshit. At this point, no one's gonna be like, well, what about Tuscany, bitch? What about Tuscany? Motherfucker. Oh man. Motherfucker went down to chill with some Carthaginians while he waited for this shit to blow over. Yeah, no fucking Queen's anus gonna blow over the fucking all of Europe. Might head down to fucking Carthage myself and hang out with a fucking elephant tame master. Be better than this bitch right now, straight up. If I gotta pick A or B bitch island over there with the biggest bitch tits ever fucking sagging down to the floor I ever seen, Motherfucker rather hang out in Carthage for an hour. I might actually get some, a nice tan or something. This bitch gonna fucking suck your blood out for some heroin, bitch, and rape your kids and fucking smack your pimping heads off. No, dude, this bitch would murder your children for heroin. Dude, straight up, this is the most heartless, cruel, evil, nasty bitch you have ever known in the world. She enslaved the world, and I know some of you will refuse to believe it. What about America, bitch? America's building more underwater boats and nuclear boomer subdivisions. If you ain't building nuclear bombs and big motherfucking nuclear torpedoes, you obviously don't love humanity. You know how that sounds? Straight up, that's how this bitch conquered the world and fucking turned everyone into so much of a slave they didn't even know what was going on. Straight up, think about it. We'll be back to look at the actual war next time. I just hope you can understand what we were fighting for. All of it, all of this. Sure, we had our own little philosophies, but no, it's like, fighting the empire, we're fighting the fucking rebels, we're fighting the communists. No, we're fighting the queen bitch of the fucking universe, most evil fucking, I don't want to say evil, but my god, if anyone on the planet ever imperative needed to fucking die, this was the bitch, and that was the enemy, and that was the war. For you guys, yeah, straight up, this bitch called you and said, come fight a war again, come fight a war again, come fight a war again, bitch, I need my heroin. Yeah, straight up. That's what happened. So yeah, let's get into the war next time. This is an easy thing to Google if you want to do it yourself. Just look up British colonies over the last 100 years. Yeah, it's pretty much anywhere they possibly could get, anywhere they didn't have a telephone to call for help. Yeah, straight up, snatching up any little kidlets and bitches and fucking sell them off for heroin, for fucking everything. Bitch, you pimping your whole planet like Palpatine, but not anymore. We got her locked down in the fucking Kremlin nuke factory. Bitch, not anymore. Yeah, I don't know, man. You might feel more comfortable in your beliefs, but I feel better having the fucking Kremlin nuke factory on. Rotor's gonna be ready soon, boys. I know, right? Straight up, instead of fucking whatever was going on with that bitch. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, for your own sake, if you are actually doing something, if you're fighting for democracy or freedom or religion or, yeah, no, man, no. That's how she gets you. That's how the spin doctor extraordinaire, she is the master of that fucking craft of witchcraft, wordcraft smith, right? Wordsmith, witchcraft. That's a bitch. I mean, the joke about the crazy bitch on Facebook with 40 accounts and literally everything you ever hear could just be her bitching at you. If anyone could do it flawlessly, it's her. I don't doubt it. Whatever. No, it's what she can. It is, dude. She's good at this. There's a reason all of her fucking offspring ruled all of us, all this war, the whole shooting fucking master huntsman. You think we would have? Yeah, we would have preferred not to do that. This was basically the coolest guy we ever knew. We had to kill the man because of this bullshit. That's why Operation whatever has never worked. All right, no, I think you get it. I just encourage you to think of what you would, or hypothetically, if we're going off to fight the Nazis in Europe. Yeah, the Nazis. What are you fighting for? A couple Jewish people that you never met before? God damn, these better be the most interesting men in Spain. And one of them looked young. Bitch, you guys still shot a little kid in the face. Yeah, no, it's goddamn, motherfucker. I don't know, man, just, yeah. If it's different when you do it, or maybe they kind of this, that, or whatever. Bitch, I put the mustard on everything. I put the mustard in, oh, man. Talking about mustard is as mild as it gets, boy. No, I get it. I know. Yeah, no, really. Just, again, for you, philosophically, whatever. We were, yeah. See, the thing is, who won, who lost? Bitch, whatever happened, we won. You know why? The bitch is down. Monitor Dreadnought's down. All the shit. We fucking sunk the bitch dragon of the fucking universe. So, yeah. Archdemon slain. Fucking Nemesis, a nightmare slain. Fucking, oh, yeah. Oh, fucking goddamn, prey slaughtered. Yeah, we won, bitch. You guys are just fucking slapping your ball sacks around for freedom and shit, I guess. Yeah, no, you want freedom, you gotta kill the bitch who's enslaving your planet, right? That's how you do that. It might be sort of impolite to say something rude around her, so yeah, that's much more important than everyone in the world being a slave to her crack opium rapist empire. I mean, really, in the end, which is worse? Salalulalemon raping you your whole life, or someone being rude for 5 seconds? I know. Mild rudeness is much worse. Now, we'll get back to the war next time.